embrace you here.
What's going on, internet? The Black Hokage here, aka TVH. And to be honest, I ain't no telling what's gonna happen in episode 57. I'm gonna be honest on the Gaming Illuminaughty podcast. And rocking with me today is my co-host who still wakes up in cold sweats from nightmares of him still living in St. Louis. UTX Travel the Don. What is your opening statement for today, Gil?
I would like to quote the Young Migos real quick. Raindrops, drop tops, smoking the cookie in the hot box, fucking on your bitch, she a thot, cooking the dope in the crock pot. We came from nothing to something, nigga. I don't trust nobody, grip the trigger. Call up the gang and they come and get you. Crime in your river, get you a tissue. My bitches are bad and bougie. Cooking up dope in the Uzi.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was an example of what happens when you move down south. And my second co-host loves to slander Final Fantasy 15 any chance that he gets, just like how I like to slander Detroit. Some people call him thought-provoking, but we just call him Ethos. Say what up to the people.
No, that's not true. Not true at all. I was not being slanderous. What's up, guys? Yo, this little bot is like telling me stupid stuff to approve. What is this censorship?
Oh, the mod.
You're moderated too?
Yeah, it's telling me to allow.
Just leave it alone. I'm just letting it go.
Okay, whatever. It's flagging stupid shit, but yeah.
Yeah, it is. I'm probably have to lighten the load on it. But anyway, anyways, opening statement for today. Just in case you guys don't know, anybody who's still out there walking around with the Allah Akbar cell phone known as the Samsung Galaxy Note 7, Samsung is going to be bricking everybody's phone. I don't remember the exact date. I think it's like by the end of December. If you don't turn in your phone, trade it in for like an S7. They're going to be releasing a patch that will brick your phone and become completely useless. So basically, Samsung is just trying to collect all the phones. They don't want anybody blowing up. And to be honest, I don't know why you're getting on planes, getting in cars, walking in public with that bomb in your pocket anyway. So just be aware that if you have a Note 7 and you're out there still trying to use it, it's going to become useless pretty soon. So you better go trade it in. You get a free trade-in credit or whatever. You should anyway. And also, if you want to take the show on the go, then feel free to download the audio version available on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, and the Google Play Store. Links in the description box below. If you're listening to the audio version and you didn't know there was a video version, then feel free to check out our video version at youtube.com/thebblackhokage. Enough with the promotion. Let's get into the show. Opening conversation. Just last week, we had the Video Game Awards show to end 2016. This is the biggest, actually the only game award show that celebrates the culture in a magnificent fashion on television, as well as live streams hosted by Jeff Keighley. This is also the platform in which legends were made, such as No Man's Sky. This happened this past week, and there's a lot of winners and losers, and I thought we'd go ahead and debate some of our thoughts on some of the winners and losers. Let me bring up my monitor so you guys can see it, chat. You should be able to see it at this point. I'm going to start from the bottom. I'm going to move all the way up because the last one I know is going to be a funny one. But let's start with most anticipated game. The winner goes to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Do you guys agree or disagree?
Disagree. Heavily disagree.
So what is your most anticipated game?
You already know what my most anticipated game is, but regardless of my bias, after seeing that trailer, I don't know how anybody can tell me out of all those runner-ups that they're more anticipating Zelda after seeing that gameplay trailer. So, nah, bruh.
And this beat out God of War, Horizon, Mass Effect, and Red Dead Redemption 2.
Every single game on that list.
I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah. What was this? What was this based off of? Did people vote? Did the people vote
voted for this. This was a person version.
So the Nintendo fanboys went through and they
it's a Zelda game.
They're most anticipated. They like anything. So
they just saw Zelda, so they hyped it. Yeah.
It's a because Wii U owners, they don't have any games to play, so it makes sense why they won this, because they're the only ones up there voting. They don't have shit to play.
Desperate stand.
And to be honest, these polls don't mean shit, because we saw this with the American election. All the polls had Hillary in the lead, and we saw what happened with that.
Oh no!
So
popular votes,
right? These popular votes, like not everybody voted. So I'm sure this is some people's most anticipated game. It's not my personal. And yeah, I agree with Ethos. After seeing that frame rate and that empty open world, I don't see why it's most. But hey, that was the winner.
It had potential, but then we saw it and it's like no.
Best fan creation. I don't even know what the fuck. Who cares? Trending gamer.
God damn, dog.
Trending gamer goes to Boogie2998. He beat out Angry Joe, Danny O'Dwyer, Jacksepticeye, and Lyric. How y'all feel about this choice?
He was up against a pretty big competition. I was actually expecting him to be, well, maybe besides Lyric. Like, I would put him over Lyric. As far as like popular fan voting,
And
I didn't think he was
Jacksepticeye.
gonna win at all. Nah. As far as being popular, like
I'm talking about who
just,
I like.
just overall popularity. Well, who I like on this list,
Yeah.
it would be Daniel Dwyer, the Angry Joe, then him.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
yeah, that was surprising, and was even actually this wasn't surprising with the fact that he couldn't get on the stage. But
Bro, stop.
Oh my gosh.
look, man.
I will say what I do like about this section compared to like the last 3 years. I appreciate that they finally picked some people different. Like this whole selection was completely different. Before it's always been like the same 5 people. PewDiePie,
every year,
Total
yo.
Biscuit.
Total Biscuit.
Yeah, so it was nice to see something different up there. I personally would have liked to see Danny win, but I'm not mad at the Boogie winning either. That was a respectable choice. I like Boogie, so I ain't mad at that.
Yeah.
Best esports game goes to Overwatch. Overwatch beat out Counter-Strike, Dota 2, League of Legends, and Street Fighter 5. How y'all feel about this one?
No contest. Like, that's pretty
Really?
given.
No contest.
Counter-Strike,
Over-
Dota 2,
over that list?
League
Yeah.
of Legends.
I mean, Overwatch is blew up on the esports scene like before it even came out. I mean, that alone should give it the award compared to the others. And we really gonna talk about Street Fighter missing content?
I didn't.
Like-
I didn't know. I didn't notice. I didn't name Street Fighter. I said the other one.
exactly. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know what won last year. Did League of Legends win last year, or
I don't even remember.
that's why this is confusing, because it's like if it is a popularity contest, then technically League should have won.
Look, I don't
And-
ever remember, yo. I don't ever remember
Yeah.
like who won a previous year. We just
That's,
slander it this year and then move on.
That's interesting, but I've seen some Overwatch esports games, and they're actually fun to watch. So
I actually have not watched one yet. I might actually take a look at it just to see. I've seen I didn't see Dota either, but
Yeah, I
I've
haven't
seen
seen
League.
a Dota
I
either.
didn't know what was going on in League because I never played, so none of it makes sense to me. Counter-Strike I watched. Counter-Strike was interesting.
Counter-Strike's
Of course,
fun to watch.
I watch
like
Street
it.
Fighter all the time. Street Fighter is as far as esports is concerned, it's my favorite, but I'm not mad at
surprised,
Overwatch winning.
I'm surprised Smash wasn't nominated after that crazy shit that happened at EVO, right?
As far as
Yeah.
what's on this list, it would probably be right under Street Fighter. Like, while Smash is popular, it's still not as popular as Street Fighter in the esports scene.
And they're probably looking at it like that game is just old as shit at this point too.
And then Street Fighter went to top 8, and they were playing in a big ass stadium this year, so that's major.
Yeah.
Plus, Smash Brothers players smell like ass. So
Yes.
Oh.
Can't count that based off of hygiene alone. Flag on the play.
best esports team. Nobody cares.
Cloud9, whatever.
wow.
Yeah. If Noble ain't on there, then I don't give a fuck.
Wow.
Best multiplayer game goes to Overwatch. Overwatch beat out Battlefield 1, Gears of War 4, Overcooked. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
I don't even know
Rainbow
what that
Six
is.
Siege and Titanfall 2. How y'all feel about this one?
I'd want
Overcooked.
Siege to win.
That's the thing I'm most confused about. When it's Overcooked.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's the name? I wouldn't have been mad at any of these picks besides Overcooked and
Besides
Gears 4.
yeah.
And Gears 4. I like
don't
Gears,
think
but
Gears won't.
but Battlefield
Yeah.
1, Rainbow Six
Yeah.
Siege, and Titanfall 2 and
Way
Overwatch.
better.
Like I'm really not mad at this. This is all. That's a very debatable spot right there. I'm not mad at Overwatch though.
Yeah, same.
This one was confusing to me. I didn't even know they combined this. Best sports and racing game goes to Forza Horizon 3. I didn't know that sports and racing were the same thing.
Yeah, now this is one part that I do remember from last year. They combined them because nobody really plays racing games anymore. And then sports games, like, you only have a limited amount of
Is that
choices,
the reason? Because I always thought that it was because there's only like 1 or 2 racing games that come out a year, so they just put it in with the sports.
That's also true. So, like, you can't put 5 or 6 games in the category where there's only like 1 or 2 coming out. So, and racing, I feel like, is a niche market now. Like, I don't think that a lot of people really play racing games. There are just those cult following that will play the same, iteration every year. But, it's whatever. Like, out of the list, I don't really care. I know I wouldn't put 2K17 in there. That game's fucking broken.
This is the part where the chat gets triggered. Racing is a sport. NASCAR is a sport. Yeah, okay. What's the name? Civilization 6 won best strategy game. It beat out Fire Emblem Fates, Banner Saga 2, Total Warhammer, and XCOM 2. How you feel about that, Ethos?
Yeah, no, you
I'd
played
rather
XCOM,
want
right?
XCOM. Yeah, I really would have rather wanted XCOM, but I haven't played Civilization, so
Fire Emblem
Yeah.
couldn't win just based off of what they did today this year, where they tried to charge for 2 games and shit just to get
Yeah.
the real ending. So yeah, that shouldn't even been in there.
yeah.
Automatically disqualified.
So, but I doubt there's a lot of strategy games that came out this year. So
Yeah, nowadays. Yeah.
that's probably why. Oh, well, you got to throw it in there.
Right.
This
But
one wasn't
XCOM
even.
would have been better.
This one wasn't even fair. Best family game goes to Pokemon Go. It beat out Dragon Quest Builders, Lego Star Wars Force Awakens, Ratchet and Clank, and Skylanders.
Family game.
Oh,
This one wasn't even fair. That's easily Pokemon Go.
yeah.
Now, before we get back into the regularly scheduled program, I just wanted everybody to know that y'all motherfuckers be lying. Y'all don't watch the whole shit. According to my YouTube analytics, most of y'all don't make it past the 20-minute mark of this podcast. So I went ahead and just put this, snuck this aside the video to remind everybody, go ahead and hit the like button before you leave this video, because I know y'all got the attention span of a squirrel. Go ahead and hit the like button before I beat your ass. Or go ahead and leave a comment too. I'm going to beat your ass. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I'm going to beat your ass. All right, back to the regular scheduled program. Bye.
Let's see. Best fighting game goes to Street Fighter 5.
Hell nah, dog.
It's
No, look at the
competition.
list though. Look at the list.
Killer Instinct
Pokken.
Season
I would have
3,
rather taken Pokken over
No,
that, dog.
no.
Nah,
King of
dog.
Fighters. Was it
Killer
16, I
Instinct
think?
would have been a better choice.
And Pokken
Not
Tournament.
Street Fighter, dog. Not after that shit they pulled.
Look,
they don't
man,
deserve that
like
shit.
I said, regardless of what happened when the game first came out, it's still a very, very popular and
Nah,
solid
I don't give a fuck. That shit is-
competitive fighting game. Yes, it is.
it doesn't deserve
I have to
that shit.
defend Street Fighter for at least that part.
I think
This
based off
list.
of principle, it shouldn't have won. It's not even
Fuck
a
that
complete
shit,
game,
dog.
so how can it be in the argument?
Yeah, how can you defend that shit?
But look, this is why they made it though. They made it for the esports.
Nah,
crowd. We
I don't
know
wanna
this,
hear
Street,
that
man.
Street Fighter 5 should win Best Early Access Game of 2016. Wasn't it? I actually agree with you. It should have went to Pokken or even King of Fighters.
Hell
but-
no, this said Pokemon. No,
I ain't taking Pokken, dog.
You,
No,
you can't
man.
sit up here and act like Pokken didn't have its moment when it came out.
hell no, it did not.
Shofu's still playing it.
Yeah, is he still a number one Pikachu?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh,
I just don't think Street Fighter should even been in the conversation.
King of Fighters just came out. I haven't even seen anyone play that game competitively yet. Killer Instinct people play, but even Nomad said he's tired of that community now. So, like, as far as this list, Street Fighter, yeah, it gets it by default.
yeah.
Whatever. This one's really funny. Best RPG.
I disagree with this.
The best RPG goes to The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Blood and Wine. For those of you unaware, Blood and Wine is a DLC for The Witcher 3. It beat out Dark Souls 3, Deus Ex Mankind Divided, World of Warcraft Legion, and Xenoblade Chronicles X. I think Deus Ex should have got it.
World of Warcraft got the expansion too in there. The
Nah,
funny thing
bro.
about
I disagree. It's a DLC. It's great. It's a great standalone. But no, I'd have given it to Dark Souls. Like, come on, man.
it. Like, okay, so did The Witcher Blood and Wine, did it have enough content to
oh
actually
yeah,
be
It was
a
20
full
hours
game?
at
It was
least.
30 hours. It took me 30 hours to beat it. It was like a full game, basically.
I would argue that it is like
But
a
they
full
said
game.
it's an expansion, though, JG. It's not a standalone game.
Same thing with Warcraft Legion. You know, Legion always adds
Yeah,
a shit
and you
ton. I mean,
need the
Warcraft
base
adds a
game
bunch
to
of hours.
play Blood and Wine, so it's
That's-
like it's
that's
still a
pretty funny, though.
DLC. It's
Hey.
savage as fuck.
Yeah, I was actually surprised at this one too. But hey,
Damn, CD Projekt Red game going back to back.
They want a DLC.
Best
Can't believe that
best
shit.
action adventure game goes to Dishonored 2. They beat out Hitman, Hyper Light Drifter. What the fuck is that? Ratchet and Clank,
That's a good indie game.
Uncharted 4. How y'all feel about this one?
Hitman not even an action adventure game for
That's
real.
a stealth
like,
game.
No, they throw stealth into action now because they don't.
Yeah, they
it's
did this in the
complicated.
last one.
I was saying because Dishonored is
Yeah.
not an
but the
action
last
game
one
either.
was.
It's a stealth game.
Right. They combine.
But the fact that it beat out Uncharted though, oh my god, I was actually surprised at this one.
Just based off of like, because I mean, don't get me wrong, Dishonored 2 is one of my favorite games of the year, but it's not an action adventure game. Like I would give it to Ratchet and Clank because I'm not an Uncharted fan, so suck it.
They gonna get you. They gonna get you.
Triggered. What the fuck?
Oh god.
Let's see. Best action game goes to Doom. It beat out Battlefield 1, Gears of War 4, Overwatch, and Titanfall 2. How y'all feel about that?
Yeah, that's fine.
I feel like they kind of gave it to Doom because they didn't want to give Overwatch too many W's.
Yeah, because I find it interesting that a single player game beat out all those games that have way more content in it.
No, Doom had a multiplayer, but you know.
Oh yeah, it did.
yeah,
I don't even
yeah.
They remember
Yeah.
playing,
Yeah, that reason you forgot. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I wasn't even trying to be funny either.
Right. Yeah.
I forgot. That's hilarious. That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Best VR game. Who cares? Res Infinite.
Infinite.
I mean, who cares? best mobile / handheld game goes to Pokemon Go. That was easily.
No one saw that coming.
Yeah, that was easy. Best indie game goes to Inside. I don't know the inside scoop on
I got to
Inside.
play that game. Apparently, it's got like 3 nominations. So I know it's the people that made Limbo. It's like their second game or something.
It looks like the same concept. It's all dark and
stuff. So
I never heard of it, but it beat out Firewatch, Hyper Light Drifter, Stardew Valley, The Witness. Some of those games are Firewatch and Stardew Valley. I know a lot of the indie hipsters were playing those, so that's a surprise. But hey, to each his own. Most impact goes to That Dragon Cancer. It beat out 1979 Revolution, Block Hood, Orel, and Sea Hero Quest. I've never heard of any of those games except for 1979. So I mean,
that game was depressing.
The Cancer one was a shoo-in because it did have a moment in 2016. I remember a lot of articles on that.
Yeah, a lot of articles. Yeah. Can't really like make that lose. So.
Right. Best performance, and for those unaware, best performance falls under like voice acting and motion capture and shit. That goes to Nolan North as Nathan Drake for Uncharted 4. I mean, I didn't get past the first hour of Uncharted 4 because I got so bored. So I'd have to heavily disagree. Well, no, I take that back. He is a good voice actor. He does his thing.
Nolan North is
the story
in the background. Yeah.
He's 75% of all the voices in the gaming industry.
So that's major, yo. He's getting a lot of jobs.
Yeah, he never gonna go broke.
Now I said I wanted Mr. Alex Hernandez to win, but that's just me being a little bit biased.
I feel that.
What did Alex Hernandez play?
Lincoln Clay.
Lincoln Clay.
Oh, true. Okay.
But who I really want to win is though, my boy Michael B. Jordan for his amazing motion capturing.
2K17. You know all the coons. What about Michael B, man?
Just like him in real life.
He did his thing, man. Let's see. Best music and sound goes to Doom. That's whatever.
I agree with that one.
I want Battlefield 1 to win that because that sound design was amazing in BF1, but
I think they were mostly counting like the music in the background because Doom did have some good
I was about to say because if best music should have went to Mafia 3 and that wasn't even nominated.
Yeah, I agree. Mafia 3 should.
That had a great soundtrack.
I don't know if they could do that one though because it's
licensed.
It's licensed music. It's not original.
Could have been original. Original music. What's that? It says licensed soundtrack.
It says original.
It does.
So it should have got nominated.
They hating on the black man there.
It should have got at least nominated. That soundtrack.
That's amazing. Okay. Best art direction goes to Inside. This one was weird to me. Like, how do you give best art direction to a game that's primarily black and gray, and then it beats out Abzu, which is such a beautiful and bright, colorful game. Overwatch 2. Firewatch was a very colorful game too, so I don't understand.
I don't get Uncharted. I don't get Uncharted.
I wasn't gonna say nothing. Stop slandering Nathan.
I'm sorry, I just don't see it.
You didn't like the dark, gritty world of Uncharted 4.
The grounded realism. Nah.
This one I super disagree with. Best narrative goes to Uncharted 4. That beat out Firewatch, Inside, Mafia 3, and Oxenfree. If I had to pick out of these, I would have gave it to Mafia 3.
Batman had a better story.
We're gonna get so much hate for this podcast.
I'm just joking. I haven't played the single player, so I'm not gonna knock it for that because I ain't played the story. So
like I said, I played the first hour and I almost fell asleep. I had to turn my PS4. I was like, I'm good. I don't get Uncharted. I don't get it. What's the name? Like Indiana Jones. Best studio / game direction goes to Blizzard. They beat out DICE, id Software, Naughty Dog, and Respawn.
CD Projekt Red went on this one.
Yeah, right.
I would have said Respawn because they did free DLC and all that shit. They were very community driven.
I really wanted Respawn to win something. They deserved some award.
Nah, Overwatch was too good, man. Good.
Fuck
Get
Overwatch.
the best studio.
Oh my gosh.
Respawn to win fucking at least shooter.
And speaking of game of the year, we've made it to the top of the list. Game of the year goes to Overwatch. Now this pick beat out Doom, Inside, Titanfall 2, and dun dun dun. Uncharted 4. This pick had the internet going crazy for like a good 48 hours. I saw a lot of just weirdos complaining that Uncharted got beat out by Overwatch. How do y'all feel about that? Do you agree, disagree?
I called it back in March. It was in May. I called it back in May. I said Overwatch was gonna get nominated, and there's a high probability it was gonna win. People thought I was crazy. People wanted to keep me on record. But I was right.
Yeah, you did say that.
So,
you get a huge W, sir.
I take this huge fucking W and I say, I told y'all niggas, I told y'all it was gonna win. But this is just one thing, and it's a whole popularity contest. So if you're really hurt that this game beat out your Uncharted or whatever, yeah, that's your own problem.
Hey, you gotta fight the whole Blizzard community, and I bet you they're bigger than the Uncharted community.
I mean, just look at Twitch for that. So.
Let's put aside our bias for Uncharted 4. Let's put apart our bias and let's just look at it from a logical standpoint.
Okay.
Overwatch is available on all three. Overwatch is available on all three major platforms. You're really surprised that a console, PS4 exclusive, got beat out by a multi-plat that was one of the most popular games of the year. You're really surprised?
Nope. Not at all. I mean, this always happens, though. I think the only thing surprising is people are surprised the multiplayer game won, considering that most of the time it's always been, single-player games that have won? Like, Witcher won last time, Walking Dead won. When was the last time a shooter, was it Call of Duty 4, Halo 3? Was that the last time Game of the Years were given for that, unanimously?
I don't know, but I feel like people need to understand the reason Overwatch, I don't know if Overwatch is my personal game of the year. It's one of the better games, but I don't know if it's mine. Mm-hmm. But I it's a respectable pick, and people have to understand the reason that it won is it did something that we haven't seen in a while. Like, Overwatch is a new IP. I don't think people understand that. Uncharted 4 is the 4th game in the franchise. We're talking about a new IP that created a phenomenon. We got bitches out here cosplaying left and right as all the Overwatch characters.
Oh my goodness!
Right. And all the Overwatch characters. It's the first game I've seen on Twitch that cracked the top 5 over Dota and League and shit, and it stayed all year. It's not going anywhere. You know how rare that happens on Twitch? Like, usually a game will come out, it'll be popular for that week, and then it goes right back to the regular top 5. Like that. Yeah. What Overwatch did for a new IP is amazing. You can't.
It's like a Twitch gaming monopoly going on right now with just a popular game. So yeah, that is pretty major.
I think you can have your own personal bias about whether you personally like the game or not, and say, oh, I don't think it deserves because it's not your like what you said, TV. It's your personal, which I like personally. I probably have like 2 games I like more. Like, I probably like Siege more recently, but I kind of even them out. But at the end of the day, it's like you said. Like, I think from an industry standpoint, like, Overwatch is more than right to be the game of the year because it became a cultural phenomenon, and it's not going anywhere at all. The funny thing is, a lot of people said when this game was before it came out, everyone was saying, it's overhyped, it's gonna come out, it's a multiplayer only game, it's gonna flop, and it has blown away every expectation. It has blown away finances. It has blown away that. You remember when the game first? This is how I knew it wasn't gonna die. You remember the whole first month this game came out? How many memes on Twitter came out for that game? Like, the memes or
the Bastion memes.
The Bastion
play
memes,
the game,
play the game memes. Like, you can't, like, there was no Uncharted, like there were no memes like that.
One game affected the culture. The other one was just a good game to a lot of people. There's
you remember before the game even came out, the Only Watch memes?
Yes, the Only Watch memes. People were paying $1,000 just to get access to the beta for this game. Oh my god, I remember, like, when I got in, I cried. Like, I got the opportunity to play it early. Like, it was an insane explosion, and it was
somebody said the Overwatch porn. Can't forget about that.
The Overwatch porn. Yes, forgot about that.
Yes.
Like, this game was, without a doubt, it's a polar opposite to No Man's Sky. It was a game that was hyped to god tier levels, and it succeeded. Like, it did not fail.
And this is why I saved the game of the year for last, because I want like, for the people who are in the comments that felt like Uncharted 4 should have won, like take our bias aside, like, we don't like Uncharted 4, but at least understand why, like, Overwatch won over it. Like, it was just so much more of a culture impact.
We're not saying you don't have the right to say that, in your opinion, you believe that a different game deserves it, or that you have a different game. That's more than fine. But I think from, like, if we look at the bigger scale, like, if we look beyond ourselves and we just look at what everything all games offered, I think Overwatch is, like, I think we all agree, it pushed culture forward, like, dramatically compared to any other game that came out this year.
And like you all mentioned, like, generally the people who liked Uncharted 4 and thought that it was Game of the Year, chances are you liked the previous 3.
Right.
So
It didn't bring nobody else new into
yeah,
the
it
game.
didn't bring anybody. Now, say if Uncharted was a brand new, spanking new title, and you know Uncharted 4 was Uncharted 1, maybe it would have had a better argument this year for Game of the Year. But nah, Overwatch is way too hype, yo.
That's just the way the cookie crumbles. But overall, did you guys enjoy the Game Awards show?
It was better than
It was less cringeworthy this year.
It seemed somewhat decent. It was decent overall.
He obviously didn't seem high every 5 seconds when he came on the screen. So
yeah.
Shout out to Kojima. All right, so that's the Game Award results. Now let's talk a little bit about Watch Dogs 2. Ethos and JG have finally gotten around to playing it. I beat it like a month ago. It feels like I don't even know. So I'm gonna let you take the floor on this one, Ethos, because Ethos has been. I've had a little wager with Ethos. You know, this guy swears up and down that Watch Dogs 2 is trash. Then my girl got the game. She said it was good. He's like, nah, her opinion doesn't count. Ace played the game. He said it was fire. He's like, nah, Ace's opinion doesn't count. JG got the game. He was like, I don't know, it's kind of nice. I don't know, maybe it counts. He played it. He's talking about things he likes about the game, and just fucking admit it. You like Watch Dogs 2, Ethos.
No, I'm telling you. Look, I'll say this. I agree with what Anon said. Like, it is a huge improvement on the original game. Like, I think it betters the original game in every aspect. And I think I like Marcus a lot. I'm happy he's not a stereotype. And it definitely has some, like, little woke moments, especially that noodle episode. Like, that was probably my favorite part of the game so far. I like the atmosphere of it. I was surprised because I thought I'd cringe because of all the, the hippie shit and all the, all the cringy old, like, was it like 80s type of vibe it had. But I've actually like turned to like all the characters and stuff like that.
What part of the game gave you an 80s vibe?
The whole like when they were talking about Cyber Driver with the whole
that was just one
retro.
I think they were making fun of that Hasselhoff show with Knight Rider.
Yeah. They were making fun of Knight Rider, but I mean like the whole retro feel of the game. Like it's all like his code name is retro. Like the imagery, the loading screens, all that sort of stuff. Like it calls back to old school hacking and stuff like that. I thought I'd start cringing a lot because of that. But I actually it works. So I gotta say, like the world building is great. I really like that. The only issue, I agree with Anon, is like it's. I agree. It's like, well, they came off of probably a very low expectation because considering how Watch Dogs, the first one was just very meh. But so like they didn't have like a huge like ceiling to break through. But I agree with Anon on the aspect that it's like, okay, but if I look past that, what about this game is really like great? And I just think about it like, it's just a really well put together open world game, but it's nothing that I'm going to be like thinking about next year or caring about come the end of the year. It's just something to play through and just be like, okay, got my laughs here and there. I'm moving on, stuff like that. But I will give you credit. I will give you credit to the point that you said it is definitely better than Watch Dogs 1. And I would say I would go in far, and I agree with you and say it's definitely not a bad game. It's a good game, but I don't know if it's like a great game. That's all I gotta say.
I never said it was a great game, but I mean, if you
I just said it's
my original argument was if you look back at all the disappointments that came out in 2016, I don't know because I gotta go through like everything that I played, but don't be surprised if you see it at like an 8
in
spot.
a top
like
10.
Yeah. Like it's not one of the top tier games of the year, but it was one of the better games of the year.
I mean, it worked. Like for a start, it worked. So it gets something for that, I guess.
I'll put some respect on his name. That's all I'm saying. I'm just putting some respect on his name. What'd you think?
I like the character.
What'd you think though, the JG and Watch Dogs?
Let me just say, shout out to Ubisoft because out of all the L's that you take yearly, like this is the annual thing with you all. Watch Dogs 2 was optimized. So you got two games this year that was optimized. You have Siege and you have Watch Dogs 2. So shout out to you for that. So when I got the game, I was like, "Oh my god! Like, do I not see any drop frames here? Like, am I actually playing this game?" So that was tight. I actually like San Francisco. I like the environment. Not so much Oakland. Oakland is another story when you go over there. But
East Oakland,
hey,
Krayshawn.
But San Francisco, like, I know everybody talks about, the gay people and people on drugs, every single type of drug. But I actually, like, after exploring the city, I actually kind of want to go there just to visit. I don't know so much about living, but I actually kind of want to visit just because of the game alone. I like Marcus. Marcus is a great character. Way more of a likable character than Aiden Pierce, who everybody just compared to Batman, and without question, because
he has personality.
Yeah, he definitely has personality. I like the fact that you're actually like working directly with DedSec, like you're in DedSec, so you're actually hacking rather than like, oh, you just have this device and you're hacking every now and then, but you have an actual motive because you're trying to save your daughter or whatever, or revenge for your daughter. So I love the game, man. Like, I feel like they made a lot of good improvements with this title and the entire narrative of the story compared to the first one. But like you mentioned, Ethos, just the fact that Watch Dogs left a bad taste in everyone's mouth. People were ready to just not even try this game, like you were, Ethos.
No.
So it was pretty bad. So this game is unfortunately going to be a sleeper. But I would say definitely when the price goes down, I would pick this up and give it a try.
Let me ask you this, JG.
What's up?
This was shit gets real. Would you rank it higher than Mafia 3?
I will reserve judgment until I finish the game.
I would say yes.
Yes.
Just because the mission diversity is way better than the gameplay is way better than Mafia's. But okay, how about from a narrative standpoint, from what you played? Do you think
from a narrative standpoint right now? Nah, like Mafia 3 actually like gave me the total feels, bro. Like I can't put any game.
Well, let me ask you:
ahead of that.
Have y'all finished the game?
No, that's why I said I'm going to reserve full adjustment until I finish the game.
Almost done.
So based off of the narrative, I'm gonna have to give the edge to Mafia 3. Just comparing how both games ended, I thought Mafia 3's ending was pretty satisfying compared to I said it in my review. Spoiler. The ending in Watch Dogs 2 was a disappointment. Even Ace, I know his opinion doesn't matter. Ace said the same shit. He was like, what's the name?
Jokes,
like,
jokes.
When you get to the end, you're just gonna be like, that's it. Like, okay, like that was the biggest letdown to me of the game. The ending, I was like, wow, like that was lazy writing, but it is what it is.
Is it like a cliffhanger like ending, or
it's not a cliffhanger?
Meh.
It's just a lazy ending.
Okay. So worse than Deus Ex's?
Well, Deus Ex was a cliffhanger, though, right?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I didn't mind Deus Ex's ending. I did because it was a cliffhanger, but at the same time, like it was Deus Ex's ending was more interesting.
Okay, so it's just the interest factor of like
it was just flat out boring and lazy. That's all.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. So
like Mafia 3 had me heated. Like I'm playing through Watch Dogs 2 and
I'm killing you white people.
There are a lot of fun moments, but like it doesn't give me that same emotional response. Like I'm playing through the game. I'm just playing and enjoying the game. Mafia 3 had me playing through it and really wanting to dig into the game. Like I did not even want to put that game down. So I can't compare it right now. But again, I'm going to reserve full judgment until I beat it. And I'll give you an answer then.
True.
What's the name? Where would you? Because you know there's going to be a third game probably in like 2 years. Where would you want to see? Where would you want to see this franchise go? Like, how do you think it could improve?
They're going to have a woman protagonist. I'm positive it'll be a female protagonist, and I want to see a collab. I know people hate on Aiden, but I know is he? I don't know if I should ask that. Maybe I should just stray away from that question.
Ask it.
I was going to ask: is Aiden Pierce on Watch Dogs 2?
Yes, there's actually a mission. I don't want to spoil the mission, but there's a mission where I kind of want to spoil it.
I saw a little bit, but it's not. He's not. You don't.
It's very disappointing because it's cool. It's cool. Yeah. It's like, oh shit, a cameo,
right?
And then you're like, that's it. Like,
right.
But yes, there's a mission where you have to help him.
I guess what I want to see from a third game is a female protagonist would be cool. But I think the cool thing is like I want to see all the main characters like pull up together in the third game, and then go back to the conspiracy, like the stopping the man, if you will. That's what I want the third game to revolve around. One's very dark and Batman like, two's very like lighthearted. I want 3 to be like right in the middle. Medium. Yeah, and it's more, I guess, in a serious tone where it's actually focusing on stopping them. And I wanted to have like Aiden Pierce team up with them, and your guys are hacking at the same time to do the same goal. And hopefully, my fingers are crossed, I would love for them to end the game with basically a big like mindfuck that you're in the Assassin's Creed universe. I know it's been hinted at, But like,
That's what I wanted.
I want to confirm that it's in the Assassin's Creed
I don't
universe.
know about that.
Like, I want them to reveal Abstergo is like the man. If they do that, I will.
We
I will wipe
know
my
it's
hands
in
and
the
be like, this is
Assassin's
great.
Creed universe
Right.
because when you hacked a few of their people's phones, some of them worked for Abstergo.
Right,
It's
but like
just
I
that,
want
you
that
want them
guy
to
be
flesh
the
it
man.
out.
Yes, I want them to like say like they are the bad guy, and then if they somehow link it to actual like Assassin's Creed character, like that would be lit as fuck. Like they could clean up their fuck up that they've done with Assassin's Creed.
Ubisoft could like
they could get a dub. They could
Yeah,
get
like that would be like one of the greatest things in gaming is they connect.
Yeah.
They create their own Marvel,
a Marvel universe.
basically.
Exactly, that'd be lit. But we know they're stupid. They're not going to do that.
God damn, the faith. The faith. Assassin's Creed movie coming out December 21st. What's it?
See, damn, I can't. I gotta beat the game first. I really gotta beat the game to see what this ending is and see where it goes. But like, can we have like a Mr. Robot type of ending if there is a third one? Like, can we just have just everything shut down? Like, oh yeah, we won, or at least like the illusion of winning. Just everything gets shut down. CTOS and Bloom are just no more, and everybody's just living free without any money and not a care in the world. I don't know, something like that.
That'd be cool.
I don't know what I want to see like story wise, but in the third one, I want to see like some insane hacking ability. Like I want to be able to hack a fucking airplane and bomb somebody with that shit. That shit would be crazy, boy. Pew! Just blow the whole fucking city up.
They probably gonna do a level on an airplane. That's probably
Can
next.
we like hack a nuke or something?
I don't want to spoil it for you, but no, you don't hack a nuke, JD,
It's not a
game,
nuke,
but something along the lines. Something
yeah.
along the lines.
You're in the right
There's a pretty cool mission that goes out there.
You know, you're in the right ballpark.
All right.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, Watch Dogs 2. We'll give Ubisoft a W for now. We'll give them a W.
Yeah.
Let's see. Moving on to PlayStation news. Let me grab this link real quick. PlayStation Plus freebies for the month of December. If you guys keep paying that PS Plus subscription, you guys will get on PS4 Invisible Ink, Stories, Path to Destinies. On PS3, you'll get Hyper Void and Tiny Troopers Joint Ops. And on the Vita, remember that thing? You'll get Color Guardians. I don't even know where my fucking Vita is.
I don't know where mine is either. I gotta find it. It's probably dusty as hell somewhere.
It's probably like behind my bed, like with fucking dust all over it. Can't even breathe.
Where's my Vita?
Like, yeah, Vita's right.
I'm gonna be like Indiana Jones trying to find that shit.
Tragic.
What's the name? And VVVVV. I don't even know what the fuck that is. All these games is trash besides Stories, Path of Destiny. That game is alright. We got some gameplay on the Gaming Illuminati channel at youtube.com/GI updates. But yeah, these PS Plus games are kind of trash this month. So let's move on to some things that happened at the recent PlayStation Experience. That's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
X.
PlayStation Experience went down this past week, and they revealed the Crash Bandicoot Remastered. We knew this was coming because they announced it at last E3, but we finally got some gameplay. What do you guys think of this Crash Bandicoot Trilogy Remaster?
I've never cared for Crash, so yeah.
Opinion
Crash was
on that
one of those titles that like it was cool, but back then I didn't really rock with it like that. It was alright. Like I understand that Sony needed their character to battle Sonic and Mario, but that's pretty much all that it was. And I don't even consider Crash to be that main character. I would consider Spyro more of a character to battle them at that time. So,
right.
Crash is okay. I'm glad that they finally announced it because they've been teasing it for so long, and people have literally been screaming for it. So, like, I'm glad they're about to come back out with it. But I'm not really hyped for it.
I didn't know Crash was such a big deal.
I didn't either.
And on the totem pole of like it's definitely like a C, like a 7 to me at most 6. But like on the totem pole of like platformers, like Spyro's above it.
If we could
Sly
have somebody
Bandicoot.
that, you know, Naughty Dog was working on, you know.
Sly Cooper's above it. Jack and Dexter's above it. Mario's above it.
Yeah, like Crash
Banjo's
got put
above
into the
it.
back burner. That was like early when Sony came out, when the PlayStation first dropped. Crash was that deal, but it quickly faded into the darkness, at least in my eyes.
I can list so many platforms I'd put above Crash Bandicoot. Can we get a Spyro trilogy remastered? That Skylanders bullshit.
Jack 4, please.
Like graphically, it looks nice, and like you can tell it's running at 60 frames, like it should be because it's
like
old ass
Crash
game.
Bandicoot inspired like Temple Run, like that's what it inspired. Like was okay. Like you're running from boulders and stuff, but like I didn't really feel it. Like
I don't feel like the gameplay doesn't translate well to 2016. Like I feel like it's nostalgia. Like once people play it, they're gonna be like,
back then it was cool. Now no.
Like I watched the preview video, and one of the dudes said that like, remember in the first level when that boulder's chasing you and like the camera's fixed and you have to guess when you jump, like over the holes and shit. He was like, yeah, that shit doesn't translate well. He's like, it's not fun in 2016. It's just weird. But hey, Crash Bandicoot, it's coming. Moving on, another PlayStation Experience announcement. This is the worst kept secret on the internet of the past week. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite was revealed. This is the new Marvel vs. Capcom game. People thought it was going to be called 4, but it's called Infinite. The rumor was that the X-Men wouldn't play a big role in this game, but instead it'd be more of characters from the Marvel universe as a whole. And it's definitely the case because in the trailer you could see that they had the Infinity Stones come into play in some ways. How do you guys feel about this announcement versus Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite? Do you care about this? You like it? Yes, no, maybe so?
Yeah, I like Marvel. I'm actually glad that they came out with another one because like Marvel or Capcom just as a whole, like they take a long time generally to come out with the next generation, and a lot of people were saying, or at least in the esports, saying that Marvel was dead. They would rather not see it, even though like a lot of people still come and watch it. So I'm glad they finally did announce another one. So I was very, very surprised. I didn't know that the rumor was going to actually be true this time, because you know how people are, you know how the internet is. But I mean, I'm happy about it. I'll definitely play it when it comes up.
What are some characters that you want to see on the roster from the Marvel universe?
Black Panther. That's it. That's all I want. Nothing else. Just give me Black Panther.
That's a good question, man, because I mean they brought out a lot of characters that I didn't even know of in Ultimate, like Doctor Strange and Rocket Raccoon. A lot of people that I didn't even know. Even I can't even think of his name now. Damn, I can't think of his name. But I don't even know. Like it's so many characters. I can't really think of anyone off the top of my head right now. I guess I could bring in Luke Cage. Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. Bring all the black people in.
Bring in Luke Cage.
He's not a part of the Marvel universe.
What?
Cinematic, the cinematic universe. I mean,
oh, the cinematic universe.
That's what they're focusing on.
He can now.
But Daredevil's gonna be in this, right?
Was he in the last one? I don't know.
No.
I think he was. He in one? I thought he was in one of the games.
No.
Damn it.
No, Daredevil wasn't either.
Man, just put Black Panther in it.
I don't know, like
Punisher wasn't. I mean, yeah, if we doing cinematic, fuck it, put a Black Panther.
Yeah, Punisher's in it. Yeah, they can be in it. God damn it.
I wouldn't be mad at like I don't know, like I'm not a big I was a big Marvel vs. Capcom fan when it was like in the arcade and like you would play with your friends. Like for me it was a fun game to play with your friends like casually, but like I don't get all the cheers. Like this is not it's never been a competitive game in my book. I mean they play it competitively, but like I don't like to watch it competitively, and I just don't think it is a competitive game because once somebody gets your ass in one combo, the game is pretty much over. Like they gonna juggle your ass in there, hit you with a million lasers. It's just so unbalanced to me. Like it's just a casual game. It's whatever. I'll play it, but I don't care that much about this game.
Marvel the Capcom 2 was so dope though.
Yeah, I'm more excited for Tekken 7 over this. But yeah, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, it's coming. It is coming. All right, let's talk the major reveal though at the PlayStation Experience. This is the one that had the internet hot. The Last of Us 2. All right, The Last of Us 2 was revealed at the PlayStation Experience. In the trailer, you get a good look at an older Ellie, as well as you see Joel walking into the room. I've seen the way I wanted to go with this discussion is because I was personally okay with the way that The Last of Us ended. I didn't think it needed a sequel, but we got one anyway. Where do y'all think this story could go?
Well, a certain source told me that Ellie wasn't going to be in the next one. So, I don't know what to think now.
Abel Green, professional gamer.
Aw, man.
No, jokes aside. I don't know. You know, I watched the trailer a couple times. I was trying to figure out where they were going. And from the way Ellie, I hope it's, I mean, this is going to make me sound very cruel and like, I don't know, man.
Can you put some oil on your damn chair?
No! But no. I know this is going to make me sound cruel, but from what I gather from the trailer, I don't know, this is maybe going to come off very wrong, but it looked to me as if Ellie was, she went through something.
and it's like the only thing that came to my mind was like I thought for a second like was she raped or something, and that's why she wants to kill them all. And so then I was thinking like, okay, they might be going somewhere very dark with this, and like some very sensitive topics. So we'll see. I don't know. I agree with what you're saying.
I'll give you some theories that I've seen. I watched Game Rig's video, and they basically was sharing some theories that are going like spreading across Reddit that people have about the story, and I liked some of them. One of them was the one that stuck to me the most and makes the most sense is. And spoiler, if you haven't played The Last of Us, too late, nigga. We about to spoil this shit for you. So at the end, you remember how he took Ellie out of the hospital because he became selfish, and instead of saving the world, he told them that the Fireflies were evil, and that wasn't the case. If y'all remember that shit. One of the theories,
what did you tell her was a lie? I thought the lie was that they changed their minds or something like that, right? I forgot. What
I don't remember the 100% of the lie. I just remember Joel lied and told her that the Fireflies were evil, and that just wasn't the case. The theory was that she actually believed the lie. She grows up and she gets a hatred for the Fireflies, and like the Fireflies are hunting her down, trying to tell her the truth. And basically, Joel and Ellie are going to be the bad guys now.
Oh no!
And she believes that she's the good guy.
No, what he lied to her about was he told her that the Fireflies had found many people who were immune to the fungus, and that they didn't need to look for a cure for her. So like they didn't need her anymore. That's what he told her. See, that's the thing. Like I don't see why she would turn from like being told that to like murdering them. It doesn't make sense.
Another one was they said was.
That's what I was thinking. Like, it had to be something really personal.
Another theory was Joel is dead in this game because they already confirmed that Ellie is going to be the main character.
But he's in the trailer.
Playing.
How could he be
dead?
Well,
let me finish.
Okay.
Go ahead.
They're saying Joel is dead because if you actually pay attention to the trailer, they're saying that it could be a metaphor. When he was walking through the door and there was all that light at the door could have been a metaphor for, when you're dead, they say stay away from the light when you're dying. I mean, and then at the end, when he was actually at the door, they said notice how his clothes are all nice and clean, but in The Last of Us, what's the name, his clothes were always fucked up. Like he was always a messy dude, and they were saying maybe he's dead, and that's why he was a ghost. Yeah, he was a ghost, and basically when she was playing her guitar, what she was thinking was he was her conscious basically, and he was there as like a ghost basically. And whoever killed Joel pissed her off, and now she wants revenge. That was another theory.
I'll go with that one. I think that's.
I'll go what's behind door B.
Yeah, I'll go with that one because that actually sounds very interesting, and it gives her great reasoning about why she'd want to kill them all. So yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah, those are the two theories that stuck out to me the most that I found to be interesting. I don't know. What's your input on this one, Jay? Do you care?
I do because I like Last of Us, but I don't. I felt like this should have been a title that should have just stayed with one, and that was it. But I knew that the hype was so real that a second was going to come out, and especially how it ended. It was just left at a cliffhanger just because of the narrative at the end. So it's whatever. I mean, I'm gonna play it. I'm not as hyped as a lot of people are, but I like that second theory. When I saw it, I was like, man, like y'all are really analyzing it. Like that's crazy that y'all would be paying attention that much and looking at the trailer over and over and over to come up with that possible theory. But I mean, if y'all are right, kudos to y'all, because that would be quite interesting.
When I'm thinking about it, like. I feel like there could be a possibility that at some point Joel dies at the beginning of The Last of Us 2. Because remember when we first saw the trailer, I was saying, where could the story go? Because you remember at the end, they left off at that hill at that town. They were looking for his brother, right? That had the dam or whatever.
Yes.
Like, what if in The Last of Us 2, some raiders overthrow the dam? Because, I mean, it generated electricity. So obviously that'd be a place that everybody would want. They kill everybody, including Joel, and that's what makes her mad. And in the trailer, that was his ghost, and that was kind of her conscious beaming the image to us. I don't know.
So they're just gonna copy and paste the Walking Dead story. I mean, I made that comparison when I beat the game. I was like, this is just like Walking Dead story, and people got mad at me, but I was like, yo, it's literally the exact same thing. So, I mean, that's all. The only difference was that, Lee dies. Lee's basically Noel.
I don't know. I'm just talking out my ass. These are just theories. And I want to clarify that. I want to clarify. Everything we're saying is rumors and theories at this point. Yeah. We're not confirming any of this. We're not trying to sit here and look like Abel Green a year later and say Ellie's not going to be in the damn game.
So you saying that Ellie is Clementine?
Oh, yeah, that's deep.
Ellie would be Clementine, because you got to remember they go through the same.
Savage,
both of them become savage, and then in season 2, right? what Clementine does this season 2 to that guy, and it could be the same setup. Like, I made that parallel in one of my videos. I was like, I beat Walking Dead before I beat Last of Us, and when I was playing them both, I was like, why is the story exactly the same? You know, trying to save a little kid, bring them out, just different reasonings, but the same vibe and story elements are the same. So that's interesting. But I still find Lee and Clem a more powerful duo than Ellie and Joel. That's just me.
Because he was black, you're biased.
Yep, you got me. Yeah, got me.
I don't think Lee was as I don't think he was much of a savage as Joel. Like, he was already battle ready. Like, Lee had to kind of warm up, and Clementine definitely had to warm up to it.
JG. In episode 5, that nigga cut his arm off.
I mean, he cut his arm off, but that's a survival tactic. It's not like I'm not.
And what do you mean that he wasn't battle ready? Are you forgetting how the game started? He started off with him murdering his wife's
exactly
the dude that she was cheating on with him with.
I didn't play,
and he went to jail.
Very beginning of
the beginning starts off with you going to jail.
Yeah,
because he murdered somebody.
All right, well, I will.
He's pretty savage.
So wait, let me ask you. Where did you start off playing the game?
Right when you met Clem.
Yeah, okay, so to explain it to you, that's why if you were paying attention to certain relationships and dynamics, it'd be like when you got to that farm, that old man would pull you aside and be like, I don't trust you, and then he asked you to tell the truth, and it's like based off of that it affected the game. It was a bunch of different scenarios in the game where that jail shit came up, and it could come back to haunt you because people would find out your past.
Right, okay. And they're gonna use it against him.
This man, JG, be playing games blind. Just like when he found old boy on Omega when he was playing Mass Effect, he didn't know what was going on. This man be playing blind.
I'm like,
it wasn't that. I didn't play it from the very beginning. I didn't even have the game. I think I played my girl's game, and I was watching her play until that point. And just she had me play, so I just played it the entire way through. Sure. I thought it was the beginning, so that's my fault.
I would argue that Joel is 21 Savage, but Lee wasn't no bitch either. Like he was still a savage.
Yeah, Lee was definitely no bitch.
That beginning makes it seem a little bit better, but I don't know. Even when I was playing though, he didn't seem like as battle tested as Joel. That was just my opinion, but I mean that background.
I mean he a teacher.
Yeah, so
I'm just saying we out here. But anyway. The Last of Us 2. We'll see how this plays out. Did they give any type of release window for when this comes out?
No. 2018. I'm calling it. It won't be out until 2018.
You think it'll run at 60 frames?
Yes.
Yeah, on the PS4 Pro.
Multiplayer will, but single player will run at a smooth 30
Single player better run at 60.
No.
By the time it comes out,
I doubt it.
It better.
Uncharted wasn't 60 FPS in their single player. They're gonna do the exact same thing. They're gonna copy and paste the engine, and then they're gonna change the assets. We know what they're gonna do.
True. Moving on to Xbox news. The only piece of Xbox news, there really wasn't any. December's Games for Gold, the free games that you guys get as long as you keep paying for that subscription, baby. On Xbox One, all month you guys will get Sleeping Dogs, and from the 16th to January 15th, you'll be able to download Outlast. On the Xbox 360, you can download Outland from the 1st to the 15th, and Burnout Paradise from the 16th to the 31st. Keep in mind that these Xbox 360 games are backwards compatible, so you'll be able to play them on your Xbox One as well.
Xbox wins again.
What?
Xbox wins again.
Explain yourself.
Month of games. They've been killing it. They've been giving them good games, and PS4 been giving them shit.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, Burnout and Sleeping Dog.
Sleeping Dog
Outlast is cool too. Yeah, such 3 good games if you haven't played them, that is. Yeah, so look out for those. Download those if you want to. All right, moving on to Nintendo news. Lots of little Nintendo news. First piece is Nintendo bringing back Wave Race? Were any of you guys fans of Wave Race 64?
No.
Nah, not Wave Race.
Wow,
I'm
y'all
more
ain't
of
shit.
a fan of Hydro Thunder.
Did Kong Racing? Race. Sure, but
I loved Wave Racing. What's the name?
Like you buy yourself on that.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna put it out there. What's the name? A trademark was filed for it, so there's a possibility that another Wave Race is on its way. That's all I wanted to put that out there. These guys don't play games, so whatever.
Hey, I didn't say we don't play it. I just don't like Wave Race.
Diddy Kong Racing is superior in every way, so it doesn't matter.
First of all, I want to hear another from you, JG. You don't know Mass Effect. You didn't know Lee.
Do you even
How
play
you
play
me
those
for not
games,
knowing
bro.
Mass Effect? You can't give me an L on that,
Oh
bro.
my
You
god.
can't give me an L on that. Stop it.
You had how many years, JG?
Right.
Almost 10.
Y'all look
Study.
I even
Almost
tried
10.
playing Mass Effect 2.
Study the
You gotta get
lore.
back into it.
JD didn't even
man.
punch the reporter.
Look, I want to be a Citadel boy. Leave me alone, yo.
You didn't even get the best, the most glorious part of Mass Effect, punching that bitch in the face when she was snitching. All right, what's the name? Other Nintendo news, you can now play Super Smash Bros. Melee in your web browser. Some people behind the Smash Bros. Forums, they got together and they created this open source version of Smash Bros. And what's really dope about it is it runs in your web browser, and you can play with any controller that's USB based. I plugged my Xbox 360 controller into the USB, and it worked perfectly fine. You can use the GameCube controller that has the USB that you can get off of Amazon. And if you're wondering how it works, they don't use the actual character models. They use like silhouettes, but you can tell what's what, and all the moves are the same. It runs at 60 FPS. That's what really surprised me because they right now it's only 4 characters available on like 4 levels, but they're going to be implementing more characters, and they also said that they're going to bring online into it. So this is another way to try to keep Super Smash Bros. Melee alive. Did any of y'all try this out?
Not yet. So
Nah, I ain't
my
tried
question
that.
is, how long before it gets taken down?
Give it a couple months.
Yeah. Well, I feel like this will be hard to take down compared to the other ones because this game is open source.
Yeah,
so-
keyword harder.
No, we're talking about Nintendo.
It will be taken down.
Well,
It
it's
was
not
never
like
gonna be
what was that
hard.
game? Pokemon Uranium. Like Pokemon Uranium was just made by one person. He uploaded it to the internet. They knew exactly who it was. They said take that shit off the internet. But with an open source game, anybody can grab the code and keep working on it. So I mean, the internet can keep this alive. It's like they could take it down in theory, but it's gonna be a lot harder.
What's that?
If
I
it
would
gains
say-
a lot of steam, it's going to be way quicker for them to find out.
I just want to put this out
It's under
there.
the radar.
It's actually really dope. Anybody in the chat, if you want to try it out, I would encourage you to try it out right now. Open up another tab. Just search on GamingIlluminati.com. You can play Smash Bros. In your web browser, and there's a link to where you can. It'll actually open up in your web browser. Just plug your controller in and try it, and tell me that shit isn't. It's one of those cases where it's like, wow, look how far technology has come. Because usually web browser games are shitty as fuck.
Are you saying it's plug and play?
Unlike the PS4, yes. Other Nintendo news. The Nintendo Switch is rumored to support GameCube games. Multiple sources have come forth and revealed that Nintendo already has a virtual console version of GameCube working on the Nintendo Switch. They've already successfully tested Luigi's Mansion, Super Smash Bros. Melee, and Super Mario Sunshine. So the rumors are saying that Virtual Console GameCube could be coming to the Switch. How do y'all feel about that? Do you want to play some GameCube games?
Can't really think of any that I really want to play, but hey, backwards compatibility as a whole is always a good idea. So I'm for it.
I'll
PC? We already got an emulator, so
Look, man,
What a fucking elitist.
Stop it, bro.
I don't think I
Allegedly.
really care about this. I can play it already on my PC.
What a fucking elitist. What's the name? Here's the thing about this. It's cool, but at the same time, I feel like this shouldn't be the leading stories as far as Nintendo's new console. Because, I mean, like, are you really going to buy a new console to play GameCube games? Just go buy a GameCube off of eBay for like $30. And then also they need to come out and reveal, like, if this is real, is it going to have online? Because, I mean, what's the point of putting Super Smash Bros. Melee on the Switch if you can't play it online? That should be
I mean, they barely get the online right with the Wii U right now, so like I highly doubt there's gonna be anything online with the GameCube. We'll see. You know, it's good to be optimistic, but I would not even worry about the GameCube backwards compatibility and worry about actually getting some games for the Switch.
Yeah. It'd be like that. So we'll see how it plays out. And just so happens that we're gonna learn when everything about the Nintendo Switch come this January 12th to be exact. January 12th, 8 p.m. PT or 11 p.m. Eastern time. That is when Nintendo's going to be doing a live stream event, their Nintendo Direct. And they're going to spill all the beans on what the Nintendo Switch has to offer. We're expected to see reveals on the Switch's price, release date, its launch games, etc. Probably accessories too. What does Nintendo need to reveal at this event for you guys to say, I want that console?
Metroid.
And an
Yeah.
actual good Star Fox.
I wouldn't worry about that one.
It's funny that you both bring up Metroid, but we just sat there and discussed. What about the online infrastructure? I need them to be like, come out and be like, we've revamped our Nintendo Online. It's gonna be easy, like Xbox, PSN, and Steam. Like they need to lay that out on the table how that's gonna work.
Metroid. I just want a Metroid. A good Metroid.
Why don't you go play Metroid The Last M?
I'll pass.
That's what happened last time. Just because they
Maybe
make a
they don't
Metroid.
outsource to the developers that made Dead or Alive. That might be a good.
Just because they make a Metroid doesn't mean it's gonna be good. And now I think about it, we did get a new Metroid. Metroid
No,
Federation.
shut up. That doesn't exist.
That doesn't count.
Not
Metroid-
real.
Metroid
not
Bobblehead
real.
Edition.
No,
That was just like, I don't even know what that type of game was. It was just like with the Metroid sticker attached to it. That wasn't Metroid at all.
Hold on,
I
I
see,
want my Pokemon MOBA too.
I see people in the chat say 1080p 60 FPS when it's docked, 720p 60 FPS when it's undocked. How y'all feel about that?
That's kind of what we expected, all right?
I hope so.
What if they said 480p on the screen,
Oh,
720p on the TV?
And it better be 60 FPS. Badass.
Because if the Wii U can do 1080, 60 FPS, at least with Smash
This
Bros.
shit
in certain
better do
games, then
1080.
yeah, I would doubt that the Switch, would be able to do the same at least.
Did y'all see the little video of Jimmy? They quote unquote debuted the Switch on Jimmy Fallon. Did y'all see that?
Yeah, I watched a little bit.
How did y'all feel about that presentation of the Switch?
Reggie looks like he's getting a couple pounds.
I'm asking about the console, not slander. Goddammit.
I don't know. Like, I want to see the price and I want to see the games. That's pretty much it. I'll buy it.
So you're not like the rest of the internet. You're not just gonna ride for Nintendo, huh?
And calling other people faggots? Nah.
We only do that to the Uncharted community. What about you, Jay?
It was a little less cringeworthy than that debut commercial when that Zelda presentation. That was for sure.
Really, I found it to be more.
Like, I didn't really get anything from it. That was the whole thing. Like, I'm just waiting on this direct pretty much for the actual news to drop. So it's whatever.
I found the Jimmy Fallon presentation to be more cringy than the original showing, because Jimmy Fallon just kept, oh my gosh, the whole time. He sounded like, oh baby, triple, like the whole time. I'm just like, bruh, can you just play the game? And then when they finally,
from him.
when they finally,
like
but it came across as disingenuous, like he wasn't even a real gamer. He was just, it felt like it was just a big ass promo.
I
Well,
watched
we
a lot of
already
his
did that.
videos. He's always like that. Like, he always just is overly excited about everything. Like, that's
Okay,
that's
so
just
he's
how
late
he
night
is.
T Martin. Okay,
Yeah, pretty much.
okay,
That's
interesting.
it. Yeah.
I don't really watch his shit. I prefer the Daily Show.
Yeah, it's like you put gaming on that platform. I'm not really expecting anything out of Jimmy Fallon.
Right. I don't expect much out of him.
Fair enough. All right. Well, let's see. Other Nintendo news, there is none. All right. Just remember, January 12th.
Oh my
That
god.
is when the Switch is going to be finally revealed with all the details. Moving on to PC news, Assassin's Creed 3 is free right now on PC. You can download it via Uplay if you've never played Assassin's Creed 3. The ending is long as... I'm not the ending, but the beginning is long as fuck. But hang in there. It's an okay game, especially if you're broke. You'll have something to play. If you're a Twitch Prime member... by the way, if you got Amazon Prime, go ahead and just connect your account to your Twitch and go ahead and subscribe to me. But if you are a Twitch Prime, Amazon Prime member, you get a free copy of The Walking Dead Season 1, as well as a bunch of, what is it called? Like downloadable items, DLC, like outfits and stuff for H1Z1. That's the free shit that you guys get. You can download that now. Just remember, if you want to download it, you have to download it via Twitch's, they have their own like little, what's that shit called? Launcher, like Steam. So you got to download the Twitch launcher in order to install this, and then when your account is linked, you'll be good. You can download it. And last piece of PC news, custom browsers, they come to Halo 5. Hold up, can I get that?
Or they came. They came to Halo 5.
Yeah, they came. Hold up, let me bring that up. All right, yeah. So custom browsers came to. Hold on, there's Halo 5 on PC. Yes, there is. Halo 5. It's called Halo 5 Forge. It lets you create maps. I mean, just like the Xbox version. But now that they have added custom browsers, you can now play with people online, and it's not a problem to find games. And I downloaded this update. We all downloaded it. I was actually pleasantly surprised because upon downloading it, we go to the custom browsers.
It works.
And
it just works.
It just not only does it just work, but it was like 10 pages of games going on. I'm talking about full. Like, it was hard to find a game because not because it wasn't enough, but because all the lobbies was full. Like, there is a full blown multiplayer community on PC, and I just feel like it's another W for the PC community because you suckers pay for this shit on Xbox.
You shut up, you PC elitist. God damn it.
And the best part of it all is it has all the vanilla. It has all the vanilla maps Halo 5 comes with. Plus, you get all the created maps and all the future maps that people are going to create. You can create whatever rules. You can play Halo 5, you can play Halo 2, Halo 3, and it's all for free. This shit was mind-blowing.
And there's none of the microtransactions from the
It was one of those things where we was playing it the other day, and I was just like, oh my God. I can't believe they gave this to us for free.
People pay for this shit.
You pay for the online, you pay for the game, and we got the part of the game that everybody wants for free. And if you don't believe us, go on the Gaming Illuminaughty's YouTube channel. We were playing with the viewers. Like, it's very easy to set up. It's very fun. I'm gonna keep it on my PC.
Oh, so not like this. Not like this. No.
So
$60.
Yeah, if you have a gaming PC, you got Windows 10, just go to the Windows 10 store, search Halo 5 Forge, download it, and then there will be on the menu custom game browser, and then you'll just find games everybody's playing. It's a fun time.
You feel
that?
that?
Put that out there. You said what?
Feel that?
What is that?
That's the feeling of a ton of Xbox owners holding their console tightly.
You guys have hackers. All right, man. Moving on to multi-platform random news. Let's talk about some positive shit. Ubisoft plans to scale back the L's they take. That's what I titled the article. What this one is about is Ubisoft is changing up the way that they're going to be doing DLC, at least they claim. They said they're going to be focusing more on just putting out the game instead of trying to shove the DLC down our throat before the game even comes out. Here's the quote: "Monetization is something that we have to be very careful about, and my team is in charge of that and making sure we find a right balance. If it's not adding something on top of the actual experience of the game, then it's no good, because you'll be asking for more money for the wrong reasons. Also, if the content is compulsory for the gamers, it's no good as well. It wouldn't work. It's a way to deliver more fun games, but they have a choice to go for extra fun or not. No more DLC that you have to buy if you want to have the full experience." That's the main thing right here. You have the game and you want to expand it depending... Well, to sum this shit up, you don't have to buy the DLC to get the full game anymore. It seems like they're just going for like little cosmetics and stuff like that. How y'all feel about that you'll have to pay for?
I believe it when I see it.
When you know what's funny, I thought this was funny because the day after this news came out, my sub box got flooded from by GameSpot trailers. They released their Steep DLC season pass and what comes with it. And I was just like, hold up. I thought y'all just said I don't got to pay for the DLC anymore.
maybe it's after Steep. Maybe like For Honor might be the first game that they show this. I'll give them For Honor. That's the game I'll see if they're telling us.
So maybe they're gonna start it in 2017.
Yeah, maybe it's like a new year, new me type of thing. They'll start in 2017.
But I was just like, what? It's like either there's a huge miscommunication going on there, or there's a motherfucking lie. But yeah, so it'd be interesting to see how this plays out. Yeah, because people are tired of getting DLC shoved down our throats, especially when you can just
continues to disappoint me. I swear.
Yeah. So look out for that.
To it by now?
It's like every time, but like I just said like, oh man, you got 2 W's with Siege and Watch Dogs 2, and then you do this, and it's like, okay, good news, and then the Steep, which nobody bought, like nobody is really talking about Steep. You already have.
Wait, that game came out already?
Yes.
Oh shit!
It's out.
I thought it came out next week.
No.
Steep came out like a week ago. Ubisoft gave me a code. I never even downloaded it.
Yeah, that's a December release, man. It came out early December, yo.
Yeah, it's definitely a flop.
Because nobody cares about the game. Well, since they got an L from that. By the way, everybody in the chat, remember what I said. They said that they're going to be more laxed on the DLC. So let's hold Ubisoft to that in 2017. We're going to be looking to give those L's out. But we'll give them a W for this. This is just a little bit of news. Ubisoft also announced that all their VR games will be cross-platform. I think this is a W just because VR is, it's a new medium. I think overall between like all the platforms, I don't even think like combined there's been 1 million VR headsets sold between the PSVR, Oculus Rift, and HTC Vive. It's like in the 100,000. So it is still a small community overall, and it's nice to see that Ubisoft is making all their games crossplay. So then, whatever multiplayer games that they do, it'll be easy to find a game. Would y'all give them a W for this, or are we still giving L's?
I would have to give him a W for this.
Unfortunately, I'll give him a W.
It's kind of like by default, like yeah, it should have been crossplay anyways, but like whatever, just give him a dub.
Fair enough. All right, moving on to Mass Effect Andromeda. News has broken that Andromeda's multiplayer will tie into the game's mainline story. So it's time to do some theory.
Mass Effect theory.
All right, so my theory on what this means is I feel like this is gonna be something similar to 2 and 3, or was it where it affected the final mission, like you being prepared? Was it
Like-
which one was that?
3, that's 3. 2 is the loyalty missions. 3 was the multiplayer would give you a tactical bonus, which would boost your rating for the final attack reward.
Okay,
Yeah.
what's the name? I feel like in this one, the multiplayer is going to prepare you for it. I feel like there's going to be a suicide mission at the end of Andromeda, and depending on how much multiplayer you play, that'll determine how prepared you are. Like, I don't know if it'll be like gathering resources that go to the main storyline or something like that, but I feel like that's how it's going to play into it.
JJ has no clue what we're talking about.
Whatever. Do you think this will be like a full blown, like it'll have like cutscenes and stuff, something how they did with Battlefield 1's operations?
I hope so. That's what I want to see. I want to see like actual, like, you know, what'd be cool. The one thing I want to see is you know how in 3 the multiplayer characters you could prestige them.
Outside the dog emojis in the chat when your dog was barking.
I was like, you okay?
I looked at the chat and there's a bunch of dog emojis.
But I was gonna say it'd be cool that when you like prestige your characters in 3, that they you actually see them like in your single player game. Like, it'd be cool to see, like, talk with them and stuff like they're actual NPC characters. And then
they could be like your B team that hangs out at the bottom of the ship and shit.
They're like your Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. You send them off to go do shit. Yeah.
Okay. And last multiplayer that they did, it was basically just horde mode with all the different powers and shit. What do you want to see from the multiplayer that you think would make you stay long term, keep playing?
Shit, that multiplayer was fire. So, I mean, they could just give me more of that and more maps and more game modes, and I'd be happy. I don't know what else they could do from a co-op multiplayer standpoint. I mean, maybe I don't want them to go the Gears right. I don't want that fucking fabricator shit. But maybe bigger maps, bigger player counts, more enemies.
I like to see something like a more fleshed out version of Assassin's Creed Unity. Did you play Unity?
Unfortunately.
What made me mad about Unity is the big thing that they kept touting about was the co-op. But the actual co-op was like these side missions that didn't even have like cutscenes, and all the side missions were like go find a treasure chest at the bottom of some sewer or some shit. They were just kind of whack. Like, I would like to see like a more fleshed out version of that. Like, every mission doesn't need a cutscene, but like if you're going into a boss fight, that'd be nice. Have like make it feel like it matters.
So like integrate side quests, but they're multiplayer only. Okay, got it.
I think that'd be dope.
That'd be cool.
Overall, to prepare for it. JG, do you have any input on this?
Nope.
He didn't play the multiplayer. I told it was lit, JG. It was like better than Gears. I'm not even joking about it.
Absolutely.
Let's be nice to talk about Mass Effect.
I mean, you could buy 3 and play multiplayer.
Based off what you saw from the trailer, JG, do you feel like Mass Effect is a console seller?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I didn't see Madden trending on Twitter this year, but I saw Mass Effect.
Oh no!
I need somebody to finance me like these Instagram and Twitch thotties. If they did that, I would literally play like Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 all the way through and catch up.
Dude, that's all it's gonna take.
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
nigga, I need money.
Wait. You know the trilogy is only $8 on Green Man.
Yeah,
But
bro.
how am I going to find time to play it? That is the point. I
Make
need
time.
Well, you know the main
No.
storyline's not that long.
No, it doesn't matter. Like with my life and the way it's going right now, and all these other games I have to play, it's
What game you
almost
playing,
impossible,
JG?
bruh. I am playing Watch Dogs 2.
What you gonna play after that?
We played Paragon. We played 2K17. I still got to finish Dishonored 2. I got to play this game, Let It Die. I
You
got to
didn't
play
beat
Dead-
Dishonored is 2 seconds long, boy.
I still haven't beat it yet because Watch Dogs 2 came out, and I want to play that, and then Paragon as well. I still have
Okay.
to play Dead Rising 4 as well. There are so many games
So,
I have to play on my backlog.
how about in 2017, you start the year off by playing Mass Effect? Then
No.
by the time you
No.
finish the series,
No.
Andromeda will be out.
No.
See, this man just being difficult. He just
No, I'm not being
now.
difficult.
Yeah,
I'm
it
being
is.
realistic.
Yeah, it's nah, bro. You just not you being difficult.
Well, so you know what I would suggest putting. First of all, where are you at in Dishonored?
I don't know. I think I'm past the Clockwork Tower.
Who's the last person you
Tower.
killed?
Oh, Jindal. You killed Jindal.
Whatever his name is, the dude.
Jindal, the inventor guy with the Clockwork Soldier.
Yeah.
Oh, so you just
about-
ran into the Gundams then?
he about
Yeah, I
half
fried
away.
his brain.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so put Watch Dogs 2 down, and I guarantee you, if you just sit down, if you
Oh
sit
my
down,
God,
you will
dude.
beat
You will
Dishonored
beat
in a few hours.
Weekend.
It's not that long.
Weekend will be
Yeah,
done.
it's not that long, fam.
I have to find time. I'll try to play it this weekend because I seriously.
You find time for the black characters. You're racist.
Yeah, you find time to play Paragon. You
I
got
do
time
find
to beat
time
that.
for the black characters. Yes, you're right.
See, it's always a race thing.
But
with
you can be
with
black
Whatever.
in Mass
people.
Effect, but you ain't got time for that one. Okay, I see how it is.
Look, realistically, it's just not in the priority right now of video
You better
games.
change that priority list.
But nigga, I need time. That's all I'm trying to tell you.
It's time to delete some stuff off that list then.
So when you
Nah, I
playing?
delete-
So when you playing Final Fantasy 15?
Who, me?
Yeah,
I never said I was gonna play it.
I don't think he ever said he was gonna buy it.
but according to Final Fantasy fans, everybody should play it.
Oh, true.
Why you gonna do that, dog?
I wait on Ethos' review.
Why you gonna put me in that uncomfortable position? You know
Final
I don't
Fantasy
like that.
15 gave life to me. You know, like
Stop,
it cures
stop.
cancer.
You didn't even play it. Stop.
But I know it cures cancer according to my comment
Oh
section.
my god, stop.
You're not allowed to dislike Final Fantasy
Stop.
15.
Stop. You're making this harder for me.
I'm waiting on
Stop.
Final Fantasy 7 the remake.
Oh,
JG waiting on remasters. Confirmed.
Yep.
don't got time to play Mass Effect. Got it.
All right.
Look, man, I didn't say that was within the priority.
I'm every time you play a new game, I'm like, but I don't got time to play Mass Effect.
Hey, Ethos, you the wrong one trying to judge me. You the wrong one
I'm
trying
gonna do
to
that
judge
every
somebody.
time till you play it, dog.
You are the wrong one trying to judge
I'm
somebody
gonna annoy
about
the
being
living
gay.
shit out of you until
Nah,
you fucking
bruh.
play it, dog. Until you play it.
What's the name? All right. So moving on to other news. Infinite Warfare shells are way below sea level. I mean, we all knew it was gonna sell like shit, but it's supposedly selling pretty bad. What's the name? Activision reported that Infinite Warfare units are 17% below
sea level?
expectation.
You're about to say below sea level. Admit it.
No, they're 17% below their expectations, which comes to 50% less than last year this time when it comes to Black Ops 3. So they've sold 50% less than Black Ops 3. That's crazy. And I mean, the signs were there because the pre-order numbers were absolutely terrible. What do you guys think has led to the demise of Call of Duty this year?
Itself.
Yeah, we've called this from the beginning. Everybody thought that Battlefield was gonna be the killer. Nope. Everybody thought that Titanfall was gonna be the killer. Nope. I even made a video about this years ago.
Call of Duty
playing
will kill itself.
Black
And just-
Ops 2. Call of Duty is gonna kill itself, and this is what's happening. It took years after that. It took like 2 or 3 years, but this is what's happening.
And just in case you don't believe that this is true, Activision is doing something we've never seen before. I just noticed I spelled Activision wrong. In the Activision is offering come this Thursday, Activision will offer a 5-day demo for Infinite Warfare. First of all, let's put Call of Duty aside. When have you ever heard a game say they're going to do a 5-day demo?
Are we doing like
maybe.
a Blockbuster rentals again? Like, what
I
is this?
guess so.
'Cause, yeah, so these low sales must
And
be
it's
true.
campaign.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep. So
That's
this
incredible.
Thursday, which is December 15th, you'll be able to download Infinite Warfare. You can play it up to 5 days on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. It'll let you go up to level 15 in the multiplayer. You can play up to level 3 in the zombies, and you can do the first 2 acts in the campaign. That is more than enough to play it, and then just Stop playing it.
Time to get some free gameplay.
Just in case you actually care, you actually ended up liking it, all your progress made in multiplayer and the story will carry over if you purchase the full game. So that's even further proof that they're doing a 5-day trial for Infinite Warfare.
It's like EA Access, just longer.
Yeah.
Not even that. This is like EA Access happens like the trial usually happens like right before the game comes out, like you know, because it's right out. This
and they're doing
game
it
has
after.
been out for like a month almost, and it's that bad.
You know what? I would go ahead.
No, you got it.
I would say that that one of the W's, and you actually put it in your top 10 W, which is hilarious, by the way. But I'm glad that after all this time, the Call of Duty community is finally sick and tired of Activision. Yeah, like it took them long enough. I was just waiting and waiting, trying to have hope that the Call of Duty community would get tired of what's going on. Like, y'all been complaining about boots on the ground, but there's honestly nowhere for this franchise to go. They have to go in the future. It was inevitable, and this is what happened. So this is the type of game that you're going to get. And you all showed your dislike, your disdain for this game, for Infinite Warfare, with all those dislikes, and y'all actually did not buy the game.
I'm so proud of y'all.
I really thought y'all was going to buy the game just because of Modern Warfare. Like, Activision knows what they're doing. That's exactly the reason why they remastered it, and I thought y'all was going to buy it solely for that. But yeah,
I think a lot of things hurt it. Like, not only I feel like a lot of people would have bought it if Infinite Warfare, not Infinite, but Modern Warfare was fire. But like when it came out, a lot of people were complaining that Modern Warfare was laggy. It was laggy, like the online wasn't working. And the icing on the cake, the news that just came out today.
No,
supply drops are now in Modern Warfare Remastered. A 10-year-old game, boy.
Oh no!
No, you bullshitting.
Nah, I swear to God, look at the stream.
Yeah, it's legit. Oh no!
It was. I literally. But this is the funny part. I literally found this news out like an hour before we did the podcast. I said, let me write an article up real quick. That's why you didn't see this article.
Oh my God!
This news just came out. The update came out today.
Activision, you are the devil.
And the funny thing is, Call of Duty people are like, I didn't think they'd do it. Like, what do you mean, man? This is Activision.
So expect to see your favorite content creators doing pack openings and fucking Modern Warfare, baby.
So you know what's gonna happen next. They're gonna put weapon variants in the game. They're gonna pay to win, baby. Pay to win. It's coming.
The funny thing is, with them putting supply drops in this is them admitting that they knew Infinite Warfare was trash. Oh yeah. So now they're really milking the game that everybody wanted. That shit that got bundled with it.
So my question is, how long before they do the standalone Modern Warfare game? You think 2 months?
I feel like it's coming. Like I refuse to believe that they're gonna keep it bundled with.
I would say at the beginning of the year. At the beginning of the year, we'll probably start seeing those. But man,
it wouldn't have happened.
It's crazy.
It wouldn't have happened if the sales were good. But because the sales are bad, I feel like it's inevitable that they're gonna release it solo.
I just honestly, I didn't believe it when I first heard that Battlefield beat Call of Duty in sales. Like it just sounded like a dream. Like it didn't sound real. I was like, no way. And then I checked it, and like they were. It wasn't just close. It was like they were destroying them. And I was like, at this moment, was faith returning?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Actually, I'm like, yo, oh man, Call of Duty gonna win again. Like,
I thought it was
we
a
do
troll.
This every year.
I thought the whole I did a whole video on it. I was like, I know what Activision's doing. They're just trying to. They know that they're laughing at y'all because they think, oh, you're gonna do a bunch of dislikes, but we know y'all gonna still buy the game. But this is like the first a good example to prove that stereotype's not true anymore. Like you will not buy their game if you don't want it. I just can't believe it.
What's in Activision literally have like 2 games now. Like we're gonna put Blizzard to the side because we already know what that is.
It's a separate
Blizzard, but Activision literally only has Call of Duty and they have Destiny now.
So now they're about to throw all their willpower behind Destiny 2. Watch.
Right.
Now
my God.
Because I think they realized after this news, I think they've realized it after their last financial check-in, especially the next one. They're going to realize that this is just going to keep getting worse and worse, and they're going to put all of their funding, all this stuff behind Destiny, and they're going to let Call of Duty die. Just like they've done Tony Hawk, just like they did all those other series that they milked to death and they killed. They're going to do the exact...
is a game killer.
Yeah, they kill studios and they kill franchises. And Destiny's going to be the next Call of Duty now. They're going to put all their money
going to be like Konami and Capcom. Like they're literally going to be hiding behind only 1 or 2 games now.
Yep.
I don't think we should be putting it on a deathbed yet. I think this is more.
They got 3 more games.
I think this is a pivotal year. I think this is a make or break year. Like their back is against the wall. I think what they do next year is gonna really decide where Call of Duty goes.
But that's Sledgehammer.
But my thing,
They're screwed.
but I'm getting to it. My thing is, where do they go? I feel like this year they pushed the threshold. Like, where do you go after space?
I'm telling
I've always made the
anywhere.
joke. You know what TV show
We
is
thought
gonna
space
die.
was gonna
The
be
Walking Dead. The Walking Dead will be canceled when they do an episode in space. Like when shows go to space, that's when you know it's
You're
over.
dying.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what they're gonna do? You know what they're gonna do because Dice just did it. They're gonna go back. They're gonna go back to World War One.
But no, I bet you this is how I know they're gonna die. If the next game that Sledgehammer's working on, if it actually is Advanced Warfare 2, they're done. Like that's gonna be the ways they commit suicide. But if the only studio that can save them is Treyarch. Treyarch has to go back to Vietnam in order to save Call of Duty. If they don't go all the way back there, Call of Duty's done. If Treyarch still stays in the future, it's over. Call of Duty will die after Treyarch does another future Call of Duty.
I feel like what would instantly kill them if they did some shit like, what was that Spider-Man game where you could play through 4 different timelines? It was like Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Man 2099, the modern day one.
Web of Shadows.
Yeah. If they do like some Call of Duty Next Dimension shit, where like
Dimensional Warfare. Oh my god! That's the next Sledgehammer game. Dimensional Warfare.
If they do
Dimensions.
If they do it like what's it called in Flash when he goes through time and he opens those portals. Yeah. If they do some shit like that, like it's over for Call of Duty. But I just don't know where else can you go besides after space. The only thing next is Next Dimension.
Can't man, like that's all I'm trying to tell people.
It was Shattered
man.
Dimensions, the Spider-Man game. Thank you
Just
everybody in the
way too
chat.
many games, man. Way too many games. We said I don't care if you have 3 studios, 4 studios, 5. You can keep adding all these studios. You need to take at least a year break in between this Call of Duty title. Stop it. Ubisoft is learning their lesson hard with Assassin's Creed. Actually, no, they didn't learn their lesson because they still brought out like 6 or 7 different titles. But they at least said that they were going to stop with the Assassin's Creed. They need to do the same thing. So you need to try to follow suit. Like, just stop, bro. Stop calling 911. This makes me legit sad. Like,
Call of Duty War between times.
Man. I'm like legit, like just at a loss for words right now.
They honestly should have stopped at Black Ops 2.
Yeah, it's gonna be so desperate. It wouldn't surprise me if Treyarch just says, you know what, we're just releasing the Black Ops collection, and it's just all the Black Ops in one video game.
Yeah, they're gonna remaster
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, all their good games they're gonna remaster them.
Yep. And they're gonna just, I don't know what happens after that.
Would you buy a remastered Black Ops 2?
No, but one I would. I would buy the remastered one if it was standalone.
I don't know why you like Black Ops 1.
I don't either.
I will make a video on it eventually next year. But
that was the game with the flamethrower,
right? Yes.
I don't remember if it had a.
You talking about multiplayer or single?
Yeah, the multiplayer Black Ops 1.
But it was ass, so like nobody used it. That had the
Darcy Racer.
I just really like Black Ops. There's a lot of reasons why I like Black Ops 1, but I don't know. It was weird. It clicked with me. A lot of black people like Black Ops 1. I told you this, AJ. I proved to you it was true.
Ice Cube, bro.
I proved to you that 95% of black people like Black Ops 1.
They did play that backwards compatibility when Black Ops came out.
And remember how many people jumped on it? When Black Ops, the one is there. Like, that's my favorite Call of Duty. It's Black Ops 1.
Modern Warfare 2. That was probably my favorite.
I hated that game.
I think people were just trying to recaptivate the good old YouTube days. That's all that is with Call of Duty.
That bitch-ass noob tubing one-man army bitch-ass game. I hate that game.
People trying to recaptivate the Yoush days. That's all it is.
Oh my god.
The YouTube projects. That's enough ragging on Call of Duty. Let's talk fucking Crytek. So reports have been coming out for some time now that people over at Crytek have not been getting paid. For those of you unaware, Crytek are the people behind the Crysis series. They also made, what was that? Oh, goddamn shit playing later. What was that shitty Roman game?
The mobile game.
No.
Rise.
Rise, son of bullshit. They also made that. Crytek is known for making games with really pretty graphics, but they don't know how to make a game, basically. So people have been coming out saying that they have not been getting paid. Somebody said the last time this happened, we were told it would be the last time. That it's happening again. Many of my coworkers moved from out of the country to work here and unable to leave because they cannot afford to get back home due to the wages being withheld for so long. You guys, what do you think has led to the debacle of Crytek? It looks like they're about to collapse.
It's
Yeah,
a lot
so
of things. It's a lot.
We talked about this a little bit before we started, but it simply goes down to one, they don't really release games like that. Like for the Crisis that came out, it was like maybe 2, 3, 4 years between each one. So they don't release Crisis that often. But Crisis is pretty much like the only real money grabbing franchise that they've had, and even still, it has not done anywhere near the numbers to say a Call of Duty or a Battlefield. So if you're only bringing out one game every 2 or 3, 4 years, that's definitely a reason why people aren't getting paid. They also have they have their own development kit, but it's too expensive, and I don't think that it works well. A lot of people don't want to use their code compared to, say, an Unreal engine or a Havoc engine or even Unity. So that's another major reason. While they did lease it out, a lot of people don't even want to use it to make their games. So if you're not making money from that either, what else do you have to make money from? You're a gaming studio, so you're not making games. You're not developing games. So where's the money coming? So that's a simple reason why people aren't getting paid.
Yeah, I think there's 3 pillars about why Crytek's in this problem. One, their engine. They're not getting enough developers using their engine because of how complex it is, and the competition in the market right now is destroying them. I mean, you had Unity, which is doing good on the mobile and indie side, and then you have Unreal, which is just wiping up like almost all the AAA developers are using their engine. So it's like, what what do you have left? You don't have a lot of people using your engine anymore. Second, it's because of Crysis. I think it's because of the casualization of Crysis. Because Crysis 1 was lit as fuck. Like, that game, like, revolutionized PC gaming. And then, like, 2 got casual as hell. Like, they casualized the shit out of it because they brought it to console. And then 3 sold like shit as well. And then the third problem was...
I don't know if they made it casual. They made it linear.
Oh, they made it hella casual.
They made it linear.
That was what made it casual. Yeah.
That's lit. Just because
No.
linear.
No. This is why it was casual as shit. They streamlined all the controls of the suit into one bar. It used to be individual. They used to have strength. Remember, they used to have double jump. It was like 5 powers. Now it's like 2 main powers, and the rest of them worked on an auto. So they streamlined it because they wanted consoles because of the controller. There weren't enough controls. The graphics took a step back, of course, because they tried to put it on a console. That's why it went linear. It had nothing to do with design choice. I
still wouldn't call it flat out casual because them guns, compared to any other shooter on the market, like fucking Crysis 3, the recoil on them guns was no joke.
I would say streamlined. Right?
Yeah, streamlined is a better word.
Streamlined, but they did have some areas where it got casualized from a design standpoint. But I do agree with you.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
The gunplay, I agree. Crysis has always been a game that at least the recoil has always been like legit difficult to control, which kind of I've been like iffy about. But from a design standpoint, it's just taken step back from its original game. Like 1 was fire. Like it was an open world game. It let you do whatever you want. It was a sandbox, and then they go from a sandbox to making a Call of Duty campaign for 2, and then 3 is like a mix. But three is just a clusterfuck of just bad ideas and choices. So I think
Crytek. I think their problem
they need
is
a fresh perspective.
Crytek allowed themselves to become a joke amongst the community. I mean,
people stole their ideas. They were original as shit, and then people stole all their mechanics.
Their ideas got stolen, but then it became the community's like, oh, I play Crysis 3 because Crysis 3 is a benchmark. Crysis 1 is a benchmark. Crysis 2 is a benchmark just to see if your PC can run it. But nobody cares about the games. They've arguably 1 was good, but the other 2 were just like, and then Rise, like that game doesn't even exist. What's the name? I don't know. Like they just don't make good. They're not a good studio. They don't make good games.
That's why I think like they need a different studio to do their game. Like maybe a DICE or something like that. Like I hate to say it, but they need to die because they've been causing so many problems for those developers. Like I feel sorry for the people working for them because they are literally stuck. They're stuck.
Like when I think about
they can't leave.
I would describe like Crysis 2 and 3 as Deus Ex Mankind Divided if it sucked. Like,
I mean, that's a pretty weird reach, but I don't know. I don't know.
They're similar games. They're similar games.
Because I don't think Deus Ex took a step back from the gameplay department. It took a step forward in gameplay, but story-wise,
I'm complimenting Deus Ex. I'm
yeah, I don't know. Maybe we gotta find a better game that went from like the first game was good and the second game just went to shit. I'm trying to think of a series that did that, but it's I don't know off the top of my head. Assassin's Creed? Is that a good way?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's complicated. I can't. Crysis is a very weird series. I don't think it's ever had that mainstream appeal.
One could say it's having an identity
crisis. Yeah. Oh my god, you're such a loser. Next topic.
All right, next topic. What's the name? Twitch goes from Justin TV to the White House in my Omarosa voice. All right, so Twitch held an event yesterday via the White House. They live streamed video games from the White House to raise awareness for people who lack health insurance. I know Justin Wong was there playing some Street Fighter V, as well as a bunch of other big names in the gaming community, along, I believe, with Shaq and the First Lady. What's the name? I guess this is just worth bringing it up because it was a big deal to show how far gaming has come. Like, we're in the White House because we're so influential now. What did y'all want to say about this? Because I really didn't want to talk about this, but JG and Ethos was like, put it on the notes.
I just wanted to say shout out to them because, like, as far as the esports community, like, I've been ragging on them for a while, but it really is becoming, like, a legit thing. And for them to go to the White House, like, last year, well, not even last year because the year isn't over yet, but for Evo to go from an actual ballroom to an actual arena, like, that was dope for Top 8. Like, that's really major for them. And they go from that to the White House. Like, I just felt like that was super dope. Not too many people even get to experience that opportunity. And because, you know, generally, like, only basketball teams, football teams, like the major sports get to go, or even college sports, they get to go. But to have esports be recognized like that, and you get to just, you know, play games casually at the White House, I think that's tight. So shout out to the FGC fighting game community, man.
You know what's funny? Like, I feel like the day that Trump is inaugurated, I feel like if Obama announces that same day that he's gonna become a full-time streamer on Twitch, I feel like that would be bigger news than the inauguration. Like, this man could make a killing on Twitch, bro. Obama plays. Are you kidding me?
You know, there's that impersonator on YouTube that impersonates Obama and like does trolling. Like, that shit is legit funny. Like, I'm talking
about Obama on webcam.
Yeah, that would be hilarious, dude.
That shit would be hilarious.
Like, it was like, honestly, it would have been a great campaign for him when he was pushing Obamacare if he got on Xbox Live or something like that, and he was like pushing, like, make sure you sign up for Obamacare. Like,
right, he goes in the lobbies
that would have been hilarious. I would have died to watch.
Could you imagine people trying to troll Obama?
That would have been pretty funny. I'm not.
That man be getting $1,000 donations.
Him playing 2K.
Boy.
That would have been. I would have died laughing if he was playing 2K.
2K. Fuck 2K. I'm not in the White House. I can say it now.
You know, 2K.
Michelle, bring me a beer. All right, what's the name? That's all I got on my show notes. Closing conversations. The guys wanted to talk about this. You've seen all your favorite YouTubers talk about it. Let me bring up a picture. We're going to talk about YouTube. Is YouTube broken? People have been complaining about YouTube's algorithm, subs being deleted, views being deleted, people not getting videos in their sub box. That's been going on for some time now. Who wants to take the floor on this one? Do you feel like YouTube is broken? Do you feel like it can improve? Where you want to see it go? Blah, blah, blah. Yes, I believe it's broken. I just couldn't believe my eyes, you know?
I was like, JG, this seems like, you know, you can go first.
Okay.
You saw the video most recently.
Yeah, so the answer is a definite yes. And out of all the people that we've...
Is that like where we should be using?
It is broken in a sense, but as far as the main issue that people are talking about now, no, it's not broken. The algorithm is just not in a regular original content creator's favor. And that is based off of the fact that the algorithm has changed dramatically over the years since anybody has first started watching YouTube or even creating content for YouTube. It generally goes down to, and I watched a gaming theorist video. So out of all the videos that we've watched over the past few weeks, like, they were jokes compared to that video. That video was like the most legit shit I saw.
He really broke it down.
Yeah, he broke it down. He looked at the numbers like, this is super legit. So now how it works is at first it was based off of the retention time, but now it's based off of, like, no, at first it was based off of minutes. Now it's based off of really retention time. So so a longer video, say an hour video, if you watch that halfway versus if you watched a minute of a 3-minute video, or even if you watched a 3-minute video all the way, the hour long video is still going to get more retention time. Like, YouTube wants to legit become like Netflix. they've been saying for a while that they wanted to basically take over TV. And while they have, because way more people watch YouTube than they watch TV nowadays, they're really mixing it together. Like it's really weird how, like, the trending section, for example, you don't see anything but like Jimmy Fallon videos and music videos. Like every now and then you'll see something original, but it's still from somebody really big. Or if it's a clickbait video that somehow randomly got 15 million views, or just some random video that ended up getting popular and you can't explain why. Those are the reasons. Like and then, like, as far as Jimmy Fallon and all the bigger TV shows that you already see that have those little clips or whatever of whoever they're talking to or whatever they're doing, it's just because of advertisement. Like, YouTube just wants money. So if you have a bigger company, if you have an NBC or ABC wanting to advertise on YouTube, yeah, YouTube is like, sure, go ahead. And they have the ability versus me, which again, I'm having a dilemma of actually finding time to do videos and stream and do everything else, versus a production company that has hundreds of employees that can just push out videos like that. They're obviously going to win. So you're pushing out a video every day and it may be 10 minutes long or even longer than that. The more you watch it, then that's better for YouTube. So it really just comes down to that, and it's really sad because you can't, if you actually are creative and you put time into doing these videos, you're not going to be able to push out a video every day, and that's just the truth. Like, there's no way to get past it. It's almost impossible to come out with some original content that's very well edited, and you're going out and you're doing scenes or doing effects or whatever the hell that you're doing for your video. It's almost impossible to do all of that in a day, to produce everything, to come up with the script, to edit it, to render it, push it out. It's impossible to do that in a day. It takes at least, like, for a very, very well put together video, it takes a week. Like, it's crazy. It literally is not on the side of the original content creator. It's on the side of, if you can keep someone's retention, it doesn't matter what videos you're pushing out. You can keep someone's attention for that long, then you're going to automatically win. And your videos are not, unfortunately, going to even gain that much steam for a long time, unless it's a really, really good video like it was back in the day. Like, some of those videos will last a test of time. They'll get millions of views. People still come back. But if someone is even pushing out a video every single day, that's why you're getting less views, because YouTube isn't really accepting that. They're basically moving on. It's kind of like how the YouTube community is now with, like, having ADHD. You'll watch a video and then be like, oh, that's it. Let's see what else I want to watch. YouTube likes that. They legit like that. So that's why your videos aren't getting as many views, because, like, you'll put out a video, say you put out 3 videos a day. You'll put out 3 videos a day, and one may gain a little bit of steam, but, like, overall, those 3 videos aren't going to get as many views anymore. So
that editing sweatshop is looking more and more promising, man.
To summarize what JG just said, he basically said that YouTube rewards basically basic ass content just because you can put it out a lot, versus somebody just making a good video and promoting that and getting it lots of views. And I think that's what it basically was saying. I've had that the YouTube deleting subs glitch for some time. I've had that since, like, early 2016. I remember that. I thought I was crazy because, like, every time I'd upload, go check the Social Blade, like, it would happen like every night midnight. I'd lose like 100 subs and, like, I would still finish positive, but it's like, it's annoying as fuck to start your day off negative, and then you have to get basically get 100 subs back just to go break even, and then you barely finish positive. I've been had that glitch, so it's like, it's nice to finally see people are starting to notice that. But I never really complained about it, just because I understand that people get on YouTube they get on YouTube to be entertained. Like, nobody wants to hear about your fucking problems all the time.
Yeah, now, that's the broken part. That's the actual broken part. But the thing that everybody was complaining about lately over the past couple of weeks, that's not being broken. That's just the algorithm changing, and it's just not in your favor anymore.
Yeah. The algorithm shit, though, that's a shame, just because I don't understand how you can spend 10 years building up something strictly about the community to basically the last about 2 years you switch it and make it about Hollywood.
Well, you got to remember, it
goes against every. I understand that they have to make money, but there has to be some type of medium. I feel like,
but it wasn't 10 years of. Remember, it was a different company when YouTube started. Google bought them out, and so then when Google bought them out, that's when we started to notice all these different business type changes.
Yeah,
and that's the rest is history. We already know the rest of that.
Yeah, so like, but I feel like that's easy to understand. It's like, it's just a shame to see it go from a community. It's like they basically built a multi-billion-dollar business off our backs, And then once
And
they
then they
get
sold
hot,
it,
they sold it to Hollywood. And it's like, well, Hollywood is already Hollywood. Like YouTube was supposed to be for us. So it's like some people are looking like, what the fuck? And I also feel like some of it is some people are finding out that maybe their content is not as good as what they thought too. And now the algorithm isn't playing in their favor. They're like, well,
because now they can't make the low quality. Quick
it's
hits
a lot of
now.
things. I also feel like people don't realize maybe that some people are just being like I always said, like people aren't gonna always love a screamer forever. Eventually, that kid's gonna grow up and he's gonna look for something else. Like I feel like adult content will always have an audience, but a kid show. Eventually, those kids grow up. You know, there's always gonna be kids, but not as many as adults. I'm like,
Yeah,
Right. I just don't understand why YouTube is mixing TV and the internet. It's just kind of like how social media is, like the big 3 or 4. You got Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram. Now Instagram wants to add likes. Now Instagram wants to add the ability to comment on other people's comments.
live video.
Yeah, live video. Like, you're adding all this stuff together, and the reason why we use your different apps is to get a different experience. In concept, in theory, it seems good to have everything on the Instagram app if that's your favorite app. If you instead,
It's so much
want
work
do
to
that,
keep up with these apps now. Like just to start this stream, to give y'all an example, to start the stream, I gotta change the title and the game that I'm playing on Twitch. I have to upload a video on YouTube to let you guys know that I'm streaming. I gotta put a Snapchat out, gotta put the Instagram out, and I gotta tweet it out. That's 5 different things just to get a fucking stream started. There's so much more work and so little in return for it.
Right, but I was like, I don't want to use Instagram for video. Like, Instagram was originally supposed to be about pictures, and pictures went from people putting quotes on there, and now you're doing Snapchat-esque video. No, you're doing live video because you were trying to compete with Vine and with Twitter when Twitter introduced that, and then you go from that to wanting to compete with Snapchat. So now you're adding the Snapchat 10-second videos. Like, it's doing too much now. And that's exactly what YouTube is doing. Like, YouTube has music. You can buy music off of there. You can listen to music on there. You can buy pay-per-views on there. Like, at one point in time, I think I bought a UFC pay-per-view on there. You can buy movies on YouTube. Like, there's a lot that you can do. And they're even competing directly with Netflix with the whole YouTube Red system. Like, that is a subscription-based system. And that was YouTube. That's what YouTube rumored to do for a while now. But they ended up deciding to make it a separate service and make that a subscription service, but that's directly competing with Netflix. Like, YouTube wants to take all of your time. Like, they don't want you to look at anything else. They don't want to use any other app. They want you to, if you want to watch TV, hey, YouTube got every single clip that you want on here right now. And it's basically like a DVR. You can watch it however many times that you want. You can rewind, you can fast forward, you can add closed
But the worst
captions.
part is,
you can do a lot. So it's TV.
the worst part is they're shooting themselves in the foot because I saw a Boogie tweet out the other day, like the average view time on the site as a whole is 10 minutes. So they're sitting here promoting these hour-long or 15-minute, 20-minute Let's Play videos, but most people don't sit on the site that long. Like they're doing everything backwards. Like short form content is what works on the internet.
Yeah, a lot of people have something to do, and that was originally the case. I remember like probably maybe 2 or 3 years ago, that was the main case. People were seeing that videos that were 3 to 5 minutes long were doing better than videos that were longer. And now it's the opposite. Now videos that are 10 minutes or longer are doing better. So like everything that you knew about YouTube and what you thought made you successful is out the window. You even have big people complaining, like even vloggers who do daily vlogs, they're even getting burnt out. We've seen PewDiePie get burnt out once he started doing vlogging videos. Like, I've seen so many videos of like people complaining about YouTube and at the same time saying, hey yo, I'm burnt out, I don't want to do this anymore, or I'm going to scale back on the videos that I do. Like, you went from trying to play the game and now the game is playing you. You're getting burnt out.
And now that leads to people doing basically anything to get views,
reacting. You're doing
the most
clickbait videos.
I got an early copy of Grand Theft Auto 6. Like, get the fuck out of here, fam. Like, come on.
It's tragic, man. Like, YouTube is literally going downhill, and it's a shame to see this. And in summary, like with all the things that are actually broken and the algorithm changing, YouTube is no longer about you. That's pretty much what it sums up to.
I actually think that the CEO, she should be fired. Like in 2017, like what I would like to see, because we can sit here and rag on them, but like what I would like for them see them do I don't know if it could be like a weekly live stream town hall or something like that, or once a month, once a week. They need to be transparent with the community about what they're working on the background, because they're always tinkering with things in the background and messing with stuff, but then they don't tell nobody, and then they just drop new features every time. You know what I was thinking about earlier? I was thinking about every time Twitch adds a new feature, it improves the community.
Yeah, and they do a live stream on it.
But it improves the community. Every time YouTube drops a feature, it breaks something. And Twitch is on their ass, bro. Like, what's the name? And to make matters worse, what pisses me off is I had a contact from YouTube, and he was asking me about how I could improve it. How we could improve it or whatever, and I was telling him about the glitches that I was having about people being unsub for me, like, and he's like, "No, that's not a glitch," and then he's like, "Oh, you know what? We've had other reports. We think we do have a glitch," but then they go to the public. They make a public statement saying it's not a glitch, but it's like, you just told me it was a glitch. So which one is it? And I think you were saying, Ethos, that has something to do with like the shareholders. They don't want to reveal that the site is broken or something.
Fuck you, lying?
Yeah, it's like it's like business. Like, why you don't want your shareholders to know that there's a problem. It's like Call of Duty. It's like the same claim with Call of Duty, right? When all those dislikes showed up, what did Eric, whatever his name, CO, do? He went into the shareholders and said, "Oh, our fans, they care about this thing so much, and that's why they're so passionate." He tried to pretty much bullshit it and try to like calm them and say nothing's wrong, because if your shareholders leave, you lose money. So it's probably the same thing going on with YouTube right now. All these people are standing up and like, "Yo, there's a problem with it." Shareholders start asking questions. What's going on? Why are we having issues? Why are we having people, our quote unquote customers, being mad at us, with the product we're giving them? And then, probably the YouTube engineers are just like, "Oh, everything is fine. Everything is great. We're just implementing some stuff." They just got to understand, shit like that.
Like, when I think about it, the latest feature to actually improve the community is the latest thing they added to the comments, where you can pin the comments and add the hearts to the things that you like, the better moderation tools. Before that, I can't think of anything that they've added to the site that's improved it overall. They got rid of channel customization and gave us those shitty ass banners. Google Plus was a fucking disaster on YouTube. I'm trying to think. Oh, they made it harder for videos to be even seen. For those of you unaware, and please do this now if you're not. Now they made it harder to subscribe to somebody. Before on old YouTube, somebody hit the subscribe button on your channel, and I feel like people still think this. You're subscribed to them and you'll get their videos in the sub box. Now you have to hit the subscribe button, and then there's a bell next to the subscribe button. You need to activate that so you can get notified. So now the subscribe button doesn't even do nothing unless you actually click you want to be notified. They're making it harder for people to be seen.
Yeah,
I don't
one
get it.
very, very, very simple thing that they changed, and I feel like this is the major game changer that a lot of people don't even pay attention to. Back when YouTube, I think probably a couple years ago, back when you first went to YouTube, say everybody you're subscribed to, like, it'll automatically take you to your subscription page. Now it doesn't. You actually have to click on subscriptions in order to see everybody that you're sub to, all the videos that came from everybody that you're sub to that day. And a lot of people don't even do that. Like, a lot of people don't realize that it's not taking you to that page because they're so used to it automatically taking you to the subscription page. It takes you to like your home page, and your home page contains videos that are popular that day. You may see a couple videos scattered from some people that you're either subscribed to or people that you've watched. Even if you clicked on it and watched the video for a couple seconds, it might even show up in your sub box, or something that's related to somebody that you're sub to. And then when you click on your subscription box, then you'll see all the videos. Like me, personally, I don't have a problem. I don't think that there's anybody that I've been unsubscribed from. And of course, I know that this is an issue. I'm not saying that, but I haven't found anybody that I got unsubbed from without me actually doing it. And I see everybody's video in my sub box. Unless I'm actually not watching it that day, then I may miss a video from that day and I gotta go back. But I actually click on my subscription page every single time and I see everybody's videos who I'm sub to. But a lot of people don't do that, and I know for sure that they don't.
Yeah, I say the difference between old and new YouTube, I've been saying this for months, is back when I first started, if I made a video and I'm laughing and I'm enjoying editing, like, I would say to myself before I would even upload, I was like, this is going viral. Like, I would just know. Now it's like the same thing. I'll be laughing, I'll be editing, I'll be like, this is a good video. But now it's just like I hope this gets 50,000 views. Like that's the difference. Like, which is for me that's like the average for me. Like I know that
You're
might
like
sound
hoping
like
for the least now. You're not even expecting to get over 100,000. If you get over 100,000, that means that most likely somebody else shared it. Like if it goes on a Reddit or something, that's one of the only ways to get viral nowadays. Unless it's just like I said, a random video that just happened to get. But it goes to shares from other websites. You have your Reddits, you have your Twitters, you have your Facebooks. Those are the other websites that'll get your stuff viral. It's not even organically through YouTube anymore.
Yeah, the weird part is like with the new algorithm, like off the top of my head, the only person I've seen who's recently blown up thanks to the YouTube algorithm is reaction channels, and we know why that they're playing the system by putting popular videos in their title. But the only person I can think of is Corey Kenshin. Shout out to that guy. That's the only guy I've seen been able to just blow up off of YouTube. But other than that, like you don't like think about it, Chet. Like who do you really see that's new on the scene? Like you don't really see anybody.
Nope. Nobody new can survive these days. That's why everybody, and y'all think we some assholes when we say this, but y'all saying, I want to start a YouTube channel, shout me out. What is a shout out gonna do? We struggling over here. Why the hell we gonna shout you out? Don't start a YouTube channel. I'm telling you, do not start a YouTube channel.
Zoe Cheeseburger too. Well, Zoe doesn't count. The algorithm didn't work on her favor. Yeah, she said nudes at 1 million. That's different.
That's different. That's just viral. But yeah, that's true. Honestly, my biggest advice from now on, until this is fixed, is if someone asks, I'm making a new YouTube channel, what tips can you give me? I'm gonna tell them to close their account. Like, and I don't mean that I don't mean that no disrespect, but I'm serious. Like, you don't want to go through this shit because you will have your dreams destroyed. And I think like if you're not like a tough type of person that can just handle that like type of reality, like it's gonna hit you hard, and you're just gonna realize, wow, like it ain't gonna mean shit. Like,
I think more now than ever is
more than ever
who's really in it, who really likes to make videos,
who likes to make videos,
right?
And who just
who just wants money.
Legit love it. You gotta have a passion for it because we see what's going on. There may be people that were passionate a couple of years ago. But once they got high, ended up doing it full time. Now they're seeing the effects of it. It's become a full blown job to them. And when the job is messing up and you don't know what's going on and you're losing money or you're not getting as much money as you were before and you are literally in survival mode, then it hurts. It really hurts you, and it's annoying. It's stressful. It's just like any other job. If you're standing in the sitting in the cubicle or if you're doing hard labor, YouTube is the same shit. Like y'all think this is easy? It's not easy. And this is why I said like I'm seriously like not really want to do this full time, but that's why we have other ventures to back up what we're doing. Like I would never ever want to do YouTube full time. I'm still saying that to this day. Like it wasn't as hard back when I started back in 2011. I was maybe considering it if I blew up, but right now, hell no. If you have PewDiePie, the biggest person on freaking YouTube, complaining about that and saying he's burnt out, that should say something. That's just in the waves across the entire YouTube community. I don't care what you do.
Always have multiple eggs. Don't put it all in one basket.
One more thing. People keep talking about competition, and we see VidMe popping up. Now, VidMe, while it is gaining steam, first people have to actually have an interest for it.
I made a VidMe follow me. Like
a lot of people don't like change, so we know how this is. A lot of people, even when we went to Hitbox for the little minute, they're like, I don't like Hitbox, man. It's all about Twitch. Like, people just don't want to move over. So that's the first thing. You have to get out that mindset and actually support what is new, what is the actual competition. And second, until VidMe start getting enough revenue that they can give it back to people, people aren't going to come over. They're going to stick with what's giving the money right now. So again, competition is good, but you have to wait and you have to actually support it and get it to a point where it can directly compete and where people can actually live off of VidMe. But right now, it's only YouTube and Twitch.
I hope it blows up, because at the end of the day, that's all this we just discussed. What it really comes down to, for those of you who don't know the definition of a monopoly, YouTube has a monopoly on this new medium of internet content. That's all it is. And when you have a monopoly, you don't gotta listen to your community. But if someone's there to keep you honest, real competition, we're gonna see what happens. Hopefully VidMe does something positive, but yeah, for now it's still new and fresh. But I wouldn't have made an account, so can't nobody take my name and a GI account, GI updates. So if y'all want to follow us on VidMe, you might start double uploading there. This actually pertains to YouTube. I've seen a lot of people talking about this on my timeline as of recently. Clickbait. Where's the line? What would be your definition of a clickbait video, JG?
Anything that has absolutely nothing to do with what the actual title of the video is. It's as simple as that. So, like you just mentioned, like the video about getting Grand Theft Auto 6 early. Like, we know that there was absolutely no news about Grand Theft Auto 6. Like, I don't care who you are, you're not getting anything near Grand Theft Auto 6. So we know that obviously that's freaking clickbait. And it didn't have anything. Well, it did have a kind of something to do with the video in that specific case, but other videos that say like I got ran over by a car or something, and that didn't happen. Like, there was nothing even in the video about you getting ran over. Like, that's instant clickbait. Something that has absolutely nothing to do with pertaining what the video is.
Yeah, I agree. I wanted to bring this one up just because I feel like that word gets thrown around too much in the comment section, and it actually annoys me because I feel like there's a thin line between it. Like, if you're just flat out lying, then yeah, you deserve to be called out on your bullshit. But there's a difference between something that's clickbait and there's an interesting title. Because like, I'm gonna give y'all an example. What was it? Batman episode 1 abridged. It did very well. Then I did Batman episode 2 abridged. It did not do very well. Like, the first one got like 70,000 views or 80,000. Then the second one only got like 30,000. I'm like, And I'm looking at the comment section. It's like 90% positive. Everybody's like, yo, this shit is funny. So then I was like, I'm looking at episode 3 I'm about to upload. Should I call it abridged episode 3 or should I call it something else? I was like, I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna call it something else. I called it, what was it? She Finally Gave Me Some Pussy, which was actually about the video. Fucking Selena, Catwoman. You know, we got it on in that episode. And that video was like at like 70, 80,000 views. And I'm like, okay. But some people said in the comments, like, oh, you clickbaited. No, I did not. I made the title more interesting and it pertained it to the video and it got you to watch it. And the majority of y'all saying it's interesting. So what are we talking about here? What do you think about this subject, Ethos?
I'm stuck in a gray area. I can't do shit. I haven't done any clickbaity titles that I can recall of as of late. So I've actually had people in my comments telling me to do clickbait. I remember my the Ghost of Infinity Ward video I did. Somebody said, oh, you should have renamed this Infinite Warfare is dead or dying in all caps. Then you would have got viral views off of this hit instead of like the 14K. I was like, no, because I feel like it just personally diminishes like your brand just by doing that. It doesn't say I have merit off of the content itself, but I'm just gonna like get you to just click the button. That I just care more about you clicking my video than what I actually am trying to share with you. So
I feel that.
I don't like it. I don't want to do it. I could easily do it on a lot of my videos. I probably could have got a lot more of my videos, more views if I'd done it, but I'm just hopefully relying on other social media to get my videos. Because my channel is the exact thing that YouTube's trying to kill. Like, my channel will not, like, as you've seen, like, it will not grow at a fast rate. I've come, like JG said, I've come to accept this like a year back. I don't expect my channel to blow up. I have goals. I want to hit 100K next year. Like, that's my goal. And I'm going to do my best to reach that goal. But I don't expect it to happen unless like I do the clickbaiting, unless I do the longer videos and stuff like that, and I upload more consistently. But when I can only upload once a week because my videos take a long time to create, I'm already put in a situation where it's like I lose. Like, no matter what I do, I either lose from an ethical standpoint or I lose from just being able to get my videos out there to like just new people to check out. So
I think there's a fine line. Another good example I can give you too, like well, first of all, I want to say you can't sit there and say something's clickbait, then you click it, and then you say you also enjoyed it too. It's like I hate the double shit right there. It's like you either like the video or you don't. But also another example I can give of how this shit worked for me, like making the title interesting. I remember back when we first started the podcast, like the first 3 or 4 episodes, I would just title it Gaming Illuminaughty Episode 1, Illuminaughty Episode 2, 3, so on. And I was noticing down the line, the first episode got a lot of views, but then the second, third, and fourth one wasn't doing that well. I'm like, this is good content. I'm like, why is this not getting views? And I was saying to the guys, I was like, I think I'm gonna stop calling it Gaming Illuminaughty Episode Such, because maybe it's confusing people into thinking those are the same videos that they just watched last week or the month before or whatever. So then I was like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna probably title this podcast on YouTube "Is YouTube Broken?" I'm not gonna title it Gaming Illuminaughty Episode 57 because "Is YouTube Broken?" is a more interesting concept. And if I didn't make those titles interesting for the podcast would not be as big as it is today because it was struggling at first.
Yeah. But now I understand that some of y'all,
I see that,
and we've noticed this too. When he originally started doing that, y'all were like, "Oh my gosh, it's clickbait." Y'all, like I said, the exact thing we have the subject on. It's clickbait, but it's like y'all clicked on it, and then you actually gave the podcast a chance, right? because the video title was interesting. Now, this has been something that's been going on since the beginning of YouTube, or pretty much the beginning of social media, period. Like, if something is interesting to you, or the title was interesting, you're going to click on it because you honestly want to see what's going on. But like TBA said, if you actually like the content, then what's the problem? And like, we're not lying to you. Obviously, what the video is, or there's a subject in the video that has something to do with what the video is about. It's not something that totally has absolutely nothing to do with what the video is about. That, I think that is that's the line again where I set the line as far as what's actual clickbait and what's not.
Somebody in the chat said it's sad that y'all even had to do that, and that's the point. Like, it's damned if we do, damned if we don't. Because if I don't make it interesting, you're not gonna click it. Yeah. Like, and I'm gonna give you a prime example. The video I did like a month or two ago, I titled it "The Lost Tapes Volume 1." And it was because it was basically a bunch of shadow play clips, like funny moments that happened during various different games. And I didn't know what to do with it because it wasn't one cohesive video. It wasn't something that matched.
And that shit was funny as fuck.
Yeah, that was one of the people said in the comments that was one of the my funniest videos of 2016. A lot of it because of shit that Ace was saying. But the thing is, even I properly titled that video. It was lost files that you guys had never seen before. I properly titled it. It got like 30,000 views and it's been stuck at 30,000, which is bad for me. So it's like, if I properly title it, you ain't gonna watch it.
Yeah, and I can even say even further, like just what I just yesterday, what I just uploaded. So right now, like that video, I guess YouTube is going through some freeze because right now my views haven't updated for my newest video for the past about 10 hours. They've been at the exact same since almost midnight, I noticed. And I know it doesn't make sense because that video, my newest video, has the most amount of views, I mean the most amount of comments and interactions that I've had on a video for like maybe the past month. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, it has like a decent amount of likes, but it has like a lot of people in the comment section like who actually are interacting with the video, which YouTube apparently used to care about. So I was like, okay, people really fuck with this. But because I named it just Retro Activist and I didn't like give it a clickbaity, like one of the most underrated games of all, it's like something like that, which was what the video is about. I wouldn't have been clickbait, it is the truth, but it's because it's something new and people don't know what it is. Like you said, people are afraid of change. So when they see something on my channel that just says like what I have on my news video that only says Retro Activist, which is actually like, I really like in my like everybody who's watched that video of mine, all in the comment section are like, yo, this is fucking lit as shit. But the problem is that the bigger viewer audience and people who find it random, like no one's gonna Google Retro Activist and find my videos. No one's gonna Google maybe they'll Google vampire bloodlines and be like, oh, look at this video, but they're not gonna initially click on the video unless it captures their attention. It's and this is the funny thing, and I agree with TBH. There's something that if you're in high school, when you have a speech class, you'll know that every single time when you're writing a speech, they tell you have to have an attention getter. And because you have like 15 to 30 seconds to capture your audience on whatever topic you're about to speak about. If you fail in that first 15 seconds, you lose them. So the idea is like on YouTube, that's the title. That's what gets them to click. If you can't get a person to click your video, they're not going to watch it. So you have to make titles like that captivate a person to click on them, but it's deciding on is this title I'm choosing, does it not only captivate what the video is about, but is it true? Is it actually like, oh, I got hit by a car, you legit got hit by a car, not, oh, like this is my funny part, and I've noticed this so much when people do Q&As, you'll know it, all the girls do it, they purposely make sure they title it, if any of the Q&A questions are the sexual questions, they will title it as that. Now, are they clickbaiting? It's a very gray zone because it's true, it's in the video, but it's only literally, I've seen, and I'm gonna call people out on it, I've seen Firefox do it, I've seen Melanie Mac do it, like the question will be, and I've seen tons of girl YouTubers do, or
Sniper
women,
Wolf.
yeah, Sniper Wolf. The question is just simply, would you do porn? They'll say, will you do porn as their title, all caps, and you'll think, oh shit, like they'll say, and all they'll say is no, hell no, or they'll skip the question. So let me get this straight. The title of the entire video is accomplished in
I'd argue that's
5 seconds. That's a gray area because it's in the video, but I'd say, yeah, that's borderline clickbait, and that's wrong. That's like me for GI. That's like for I don't know. That's like what is it? I don't even know because we've never done it before in any of our videos. I can't recall any time we've ever done that in any GI video or anything like that. So I just can't figure that out.
You gotta find a way to meet that middle area. I think we all pretty much agree. Like if you're flat out lying, yeah, that's clickbait. But there's a fine line between what's clickbait and what's good marketing, in my opinion.
Right. I think it just comes down to morals at the end of the day. There are a lot of people that ain't about shit, so we know this. It's just life. There are terrible people in this world, and then there are honest people. But a lot of people are just playing the YouTube game. And again, I understand it. I just don't want to play the game. And we've had this conversation with JD before. I just don't want to play the game. And I feel like that's why we are a cohesive unit. That's why we are like-minded, and we have come together to hopefully make this dream come true, because we don't want to play the game. We realize what's wrong, but at the same time, we have these other plans that hopefully go into place that will ensure that we are successful.
What's that quote, JG, when they say when you get dealt a bad hand, you say fuck it, you throw the hand and you get a brand new one, right? That's like basically what we're trying to do. It's like, should we play with the shitty hand we're dealt? No, fuck that hand. If it's a shitty hand, I'm gonna throw it in their fucking face, and I'm gonna prove them wrong. And I think that's the idea. I know some people believe we come off as snobbish, asshole. Let's just, we could be assholes every once in a while, but I think that's just to provide, like, when JD said it, it was true. Like, we are the Black Panthers. And I think that's a very good tagline. Like, we don't give a fuck. We're going to tell you what we think it is, whether, you might agree or disagree with it. We might say it in a way that isn't politically correct or doesn't make you feel good, but that's just how it is. And we're just gonna fucking do it.
At the bottom line is that at least we're trying, because I don't see how contributing to the problem is helping.
Because at the end of the day, that was the one thing.
We're getting shitted on for trying.
Right. Like I'll say like one thing, and I'll bring this up. There was one point which I think is we need to bring this, because we talked about this privately, but we never publicly said it. When we were talking to JD about it, I was quiet the whole time. I was in that conversation, but I barely said shit because I was trying to understand what JD was saying. And I agreed with what TBH was saying and stuff like that. It was basically like, no, we don't want to play that hand. It's just like an ethics thing, right? It's like, are you willing to sell your soul out just to succeed or for fame? And that's why a lot of these people who get fame and stuff, they sell their souls, and they, like, recently Kanye and some other people, like, they lose their fucking minds. They don't know, because they're not living their lives. They're living a persona. They're living what people expect of them. So, like, we were talking about this. There was one comment, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, JJ, there was one comment where somebody brought up that basically they said a lot of the GI are in the shadow of TBH, and they believe that hold on.
I'm gonna let you finish. I gotta do a shameless plug right here. The video that Ethos is responding to, when we were having a debate with JD, it's called "Adapt and Survive?" GI rant. It's on the YouTube Gaming Illuminaughty
Not
YouTube.
clickbaity.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to say. Just go check that video. It's an hour long. It's a really good debate about YouTube ethics. But go ahead, my bad.
But the topic, somebody brought up a comment, and I said I agreed, and somebody disagreed with it. But they basically said that a lot of us were in TBH's shadow, and they said except for the exception of me, because it's like somebody said, quote, I'm using myself in third person. They said Ethos does his own thing, and he has his own, I guess, when they see Ethos, they see me as who I am, not like a GI member. But they said that a lot of the other GI members, and this isn't to throw shade at GI, but like JG, everybody's like, they feel like they're just part of the unit, and they don't like individually stand out. And it was funny because JD brought up a good point. He said, like, the counterpoint is that I think a lot of people, and JD didn't understand this as well, but like JG has said it multiple times. I don't know. Are you okay if I just publicly say what it is, JG?
Yeah.
Or okay. Yeah. So like with JG and like probably with Black and like Ace and some other people on our team, it's like I like to individually stand out, because like that's just like that thing that I do is just like what I like to do. But JD's like, he has the GI radio, but some people believe because JG's video or JG's channel or Ace's or Black's channel, they aren't growing. Like mine's probably the second biggest, but like they aren't growing at the pace that TBH's is. And that's a lot of things that just has to do with some people just don't like all of us. Some people just have like TBH only, and they don't like the rest of it. We can't force them to like us. We can't force people to hit the sub button for us. We can tell you to support us, but we can't force you to do that. That's something that I accepted a long time ago. We can't force you guys to like. I can't force you to like me. I can't force you to watch my content. But I think all in all, is like what JG has a different path. JG wants to work on like the group, the squad goals in that aspect. He wants to work as a group. He doesn't mind not like being his own individual channel. He wants to work on just getting the group together and working the group to be the best that we can be. Me, on the other hand, like I'm a different side of it. Like I still help the group, but I like to do my own thing on the side. So each of us are cut from a different cloth, and we want to do something differently. And we have our own goals, but the way that we achieve them is going to be differently. So that's basically like trying to describe it in a nutshell.
Right. And someone told me, and I think it was in the same comment or maybe a different comment, but it was on the same video. Someone said that they used to like me, but now they don't know what the fuck I be talking about.
That made me laugh. I'm not gonna lie.
And I had to laugh at that comment as well, because I'm like, well, damn, did I change a lot? Like, I thought I was pretty much like doing like the same thing. Like,
I think it was the randomness of like when you upload, like you wouldn't upload like you used to. Like
that's
just,
what I think it comes down
yeah.
to. I think it comes down to the consistency of uploading, and I'm fully aware of this. Don't get me wrong. I say this all the time, but life changes, man. Like, you get older and different things come at you, and you just either don't have the time to do the same things that you were doing, or, you know, in my case, it's a combo of that plus just the fact that YouTube is just shit now. Like, I'm honestly, like, I'm bored of YouTube, and I see it going downhill, and I just don't have the same passion for it anymore that I did back then. Now, the difference between me and some of the people that I name, all these bigger YouTubers, is they do it full time and I don't. So I can still survive very, very well without doing YouTube. That is the main difference. But I still want to keep it going, obviously, because it's doing good overall. Like, I even had, you know, just a random person. I went to Busch Gardens the other week, and I didn't get the dude's name, but it was a dude working at Busch Gardens, and I was getting on a roller coaster, and he was like, JG? And I was like, yeah, man. I was like, what's up? Like, dapped him up and stuff. Like, just a little things like that. Like, I know that even if it's one person, that one random person that I may see, I know that I'm making an impact. I know that there is at least someone that does acknowledge me as being an individual and recognizes GI as a whole as well. So I want to make sure that ends up becoming a reality, and we can, you know, do everything full time, not just the YouTube, but all the other endeavors that we have as well, all the other plans that we can hopefully fulfill in the future. But just that one person, man, if you watching the podcast or whatever, or if like you watch a random video or whatever, like, shout out to you, whoever you are. But just little things like that made my day. It made me think, well, you know, there maybe is a little bit of hope. Maybe I can do this. But I'm just hoping that I can be consistent so that I can, you know, become my own person again if I've seemingly to lost that, or at least on my YouTube channel. Because like, everybody likes GI Radio and they know me for that. They know me as a music guy now, but I need to get back into my own as well, and I fully understand that.
That's real.
No, just some insight, man. Like, I'm kind of tired. I've been annoyed at this.
I know you were annoyed.
And I said this from the beginning, before we even decided to put this on the notes. But we talked about this a lot. So hopefully, all the people that, you know, knew nothing about how YouTube works and everything that's going on and wonder why people are just bitching about it. This is why, man. Like, just YouTube has become crap, and we just gotta either play the game or you gotta find another venture, man. And I suggest at this point to not put all of your eggs in the YouTube basket. I would suggest to get out now, or at least like work with what you got. If you're up there, you know, shout out to you, you made it. But I would try to find a different venture, because if you continue to worry about YouTube and this whole algorithm and try to play the game, you will get burnt out, you will get bored, and you will lose your morals. You're going to lose your sanity. Trust me, we've seen it happen.
That's a commentary I'm gonna probably do something on. Like, there's no price on sanity. Why don't you do this video?
None.
Why don't you do that video, boy? Because my sanity is priceless, boy.
Absolutely. I have like 5-6 games I still have to review at the end of the year. And me and TV, we joke about it like every single day. It's like, how many games you got left to review? I like 5-6. He like, man, fuck this shit. If I get to it, I get to it. And I'm just over here like stressing, trying to get like reviews out and shit like that. So
yeah,
that's what I gotta learn.
At the end of the day, I'd rather play games with my homies than waste time trying to make. Well, I wouldn't say waste time, but spend my time trying to make a video. That's just me. Like, at the end of the day, I'm just tired.
Why you see so many YouTubers lately putting out videos talking about how depressed and sad they are and lonely and shit, and it's like, when y'all constantly ask us why we don't do this, that, and the third, that's why I'm not gonna I think you should listen to your audience to some degree, but y'all didn't put me in this position 100%. A lot of that had to do with my own decisions, and y'all watched, and I'm thankful for that. But you don't know everything that's good for me, and constantly telling me, it's like last night I put out a damn video, and it kind of goes back to what JG was talking about, like that offhand comment that just like threw you off about, like, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. Like, last night I put out that video, the top 10 W's of 2016. That shit took me 10 hours to edit. And plus the recording, and I had to write the script and shit. And so altogether it's probably like 15 hours. And I the first comment I see in the comment section, why you upload this shit so late? Why are you complaining? Because bitch, it took me 10 hours to edit.
Exactly.
But do you like the video? Like, shut up, nigga. Damn.
Yeah.
You
Why
still
you upload
here?
so
What you
late?
mean
Like,
it's up late?
damn.
You still here?
Exactly.
It's like, yeah, did you make the comment and then go to sleep or something? I don't know. I don't know what people like. What is people's mindset when they make comments like that?
All right, man.
I don't understand.
It's been so many times where it's like we were supposed to record a video for GI, or we're supposed to have like a business meeting in the Discord and shit. And a lot of times, me or Ethos, like JG will DM us and be like, "Yo, where you at? I'm editing." And it is 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll be there in a minute. I got to stop what I'm doing, and then by the time I'm done editing, it's 2 o'clock in the damn morning. But yeah.
Yeah, it takes a very long time just because the video is.
It's 8 minutes. It's not 8 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god! Yeah, can we clarify this? Okay.
Yes,
So
go ahead.
the joke they're talking about, I saw a comment in some video. It was another one of those YouTubers video broken videos I was watching. I forgot what bitch YouTuber it was, but in the comment section, he was like, I don't know why they're bitching. Markiplier puts out 8 to 10 minute videos a day. I wish I could work 8 minutes a day. I said, oh my god, I just caught cancer. Like, I just want everybody in the chat to know it does not take 8 minutes to make 8-minute video. It does not work like that.
It does not work like that.
And I feel like that's the
Oh,
disconnect
first
between the
of all,
viewer and the content creator. Like, there's a lot more work in it than people think. But yeah, that's our thoughts on YouTube clickbait.
Yeah.
God damn, I got another fucking topic on the damn list. I'm at 2 hours and 20 minutes on my damn live stream. Favorite games of the year. Let's just go through this real quick. Favorite and worst games.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna go over what the whys of it.
How about we just say what the worst game we played this year and the best game? Because
the worst.
All right. You go first, then, Ethos.
Nah, damn, I didn't have enough time to think. You go. You made a list. What was
Oh my god! But no, I haven't discussed my favorite and my least favorite game.
I haven't either.
What is the shittiest game that I played?
Shittiest game I played this year. I know what yours is, JG.
I'm gonna open the Steam.
Or I don't think you played it. That Afro Samurai game.
No, I ain't even played.
That came out this year?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah,
I didn't get
Black,
Oh my
was
gosh.
the one who played it. Yeah, Black
Holy shit!
Oh my gosh, I did. I'm opening up my Steam library right now.
Oh, I know probably the worst game. That Resident Evil game.
Oh yes. That
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yes. Yeah, that game without a doubt. None of us played No Man's Sky, so we saved ourselves from that.
Anon did.
Anon did, unfortunately.
Oh my god, I'm trying to think.
Yeah, definitely that Resident Evil game. That shit was cancer.
Like that was the
shit was
first
pure cancer.
refund. That was the first Steam refund.
That was the first one I've ever gamed. That was the first game I had refunded since Batman Arkham Knight. It was that bad.
I'm like looking through my Steam library. Like, I know I played some shitty games. I just can't think of them off the top of my head.
Shitty mobile games. I know you played a lot of those.
Yeah, a lot of shitty mobile games. We're talking about AAA.
Shitty mobile games.
I can't think, but like, let's see. I don't even know what the best game is because I got to go through everything I fucking.
Oh, I know what mine is, but I'm hiding mine till later.
Yeah, man, fuck this topic. I don't want y'all to know. Let's say that for another
I ain't
video.
telling y'all shit.
I need some views.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to be a surprise.
Man, fuck this shit. This podcast is over. I'm at 2 hours and 25 minutes.
It's Uncharted, isn't it? I knew it.
Oh my god, yo. All right, man. I want to wrap this one up. Ethos, you got the floor. What is your closing statement for Game Illuminaughty episode 57? Go.
Man, dude, you know what? Challenge yourself. I give a call to action, bro. Check your video subscriptions. Check the people that you really fuck with, and make sure that you're subscribed to them. And so, you know, I don't know, maybe just make a mental note just to check their channel every once a week. You know, YouTube might be unreliable, but that bookmarker tab never is. So you can just bookmark your favorite YouTubers and just check their YouTube channel periodically, see what they got. That's it.
JG, what's your closing statement for Game Illuminaughty episode 57? Go.
I'm not going to force y'all to do anything because, of course, you know you're not going to do it anyways. But the way Ethos said pretty much, I just hope that you all who haven't already given any of us a chance to check out at least one video from every person in the Game Illuminaughty. And I only say one just to see if you do like it or not. Again, I'm not forcing you to subscribe or even watch. Well, I'm asking you to watch the video, but I'm not forcing you to. But at least check out one video if you have not already, and just see if you actually like us. And to the person that says that you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, I don't know if I'm like talking Spanish or something. Like I kind of actually want to talk to that person just to see what he was talking about. But I'm hoping that next year GI 17. We are going to do so many moves. I can't wait. I'm very, very excited for what is in store. So just be looking out for that, man. The hashtag and the movement is so real. So I'm ready.
Yeah, and that was real deep. My closing statement is eat a booty a day, keep the doctor away. All right. I'd like to thank everybody for coming through to the Gaming Illuminati podcast 57, episode 57. If you're new to the show, just know the show is available on the go. You like how I made that rhyme? It's available on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, and the Google Play Store. There's also a video version if you're listening to the audio version and you've never seen the video one. You can check it out at youtube.com/theblack-hokage. Also, we do tons of different content as a group. We do all types of like debates, rants, mobile reviews, shit. We got the GI radio, we got a radio show, sports podcast, we do anime discussions, so much different types of content. That's on the group channel, the Gaming Illuminati channel at youtube.com/GI updates. You guys should really support that. Check it out. Do something positive. Cause bitch, we at LLC now. All right.
Absolutely.
Hey,
God.
Drop the
Finally.
news if y'all didn't know already. Yes,
we are
LLC
motherfucking
now.
official business.
We
That
official,
means
boy.
You sue us, you can't sue us individually.
I'm protecting my assets, boy.
We protected our rights.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, once again, I'd like to thank you guys for coming through the show. But we out this bitch. Bye.